Okay, so we are doing Hyper-V lab, and we have started the server 2, and in server 2, if you start typing administrator, below it will start it will give at once the local machine name, and I'll just log in from this. So do not log in from domain if you did not start the DC. It's good. Even if you have logged in from domain, it doesn't matter. We're just using a local machine here. There are many roles and features, of course, 2012 offers, and one of them is Hyper-V as well. Let's go for add roles and features on server 2. Everyone there? Every 2? 1 minute. Okay, counting. Literally 1 minute. That's not gonna take 1 minute.
Well, it's already done. It's just logging on.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a feature, man. So yeah, it's just add roles and features and go for Hyper-V and go ahead, next, finish. So when you're there, let me know. Right? So add roles and features. First 3 windows, we know how to treat those windows. Next. So next on the welcome windows, role based or feature based. Yeah, next. Select a server. Yes, it's server 2, this server. Okay, now where's the Hyper-V? Here's the Hyper-V. Let's go Hyper-V. Add features, just like, simple. And everyone is on this error?
Yeah. It's taking a lot of effort.
What? For this?
My service is still turning on. No,
What?
Yeah.
No way. After this? I mean, like when you click Hyper-V and add features?
I turned on server 2, it's just loading.
Oh, okay. Did you log in from domain admin?
Huh?
Domain credentials?
It still says VMware, it's like going to servers.
Server 2. So it's in circles. Okay, if we see this error, and yes, that's what I wanted to show you, that Hyper-V cannot be installed. A hypervisor is already running. Hypervisor 2 or 1? There is already a hypervisor 1 running here. So hypervisor, it detects and it says, whoa, I'm not going to go ahead. So the workarounds, let's cancel out from here. And I just wanted to show this error so for the video as well, so we could know that.
What does it mean, sir? It's already installed.
So it says that I already detect a VMware workstation or a hypervisor, so it's not going to go ahead. So this document is there for that purpose. The purpose of this document to make modification in the configuration file of this particular VM only. So after changing the file configuration, when we start this VM and install again the Hyper-V role, it's going to take it. It's going to think that it's a virtual machine, not another solution hypervisor. So we're gonna fool this this particular machine. So this is the error. Yes, we just got this error. The solution. Now right click on virtual machine, power off. So we're going to power off this machine, and then we're going to mess with the configuration file of this machine. So yeah, let's go ahead and power off, and then we go step by step together. It's going to be pretty tricky. It's 3 steps total, up to you how long it goes, but there are 3-4 steps and they're tricky. I'm telling you now that so please power off now, and let me just send you this doc.
Power off server 2?
Yep, power off. I just wanted you to see the error, but it took so long that maybe you didn't try that.
No.
So shut down. Yeah, maybe you wouldn't have. No, everyone can.
I don't get an error. It's successful.
Excuse me. Yeah. So I'm just gonna quickly give you that in your email. So yeah. So it is. So just open your email and
Hello everyone and welcome to the
Check this
video,
doc. Oh, I think it's already there.
in this series VMware vSphere 5.5 install, configure and manage. Now
So emailing you guys, attach file.
We're gonna explore ESXi host through vSphere client. So in previous video we
Both the
connected ESXi
slide
host
and
through vSphere client and
this
then
doc. So Word document we're
VM
following.
within ESXi host. We'll be exploring VM files and we'll be talking about VM
And
hosts and
one day or Monday.
and
Okay,
Cyclops.
cool. So it's the
So,
Hyper-V doc
Now within this
and
just a
slide.
recap, I have a DC, I have a
Post.
DC
Okay.
that is just an Active Directory server. It has it also
So actually there's a copy paste. I don't want you to
has
write the commands, so just go ahead and copy paste from there. Although there, yeah, I'll be copy pasting those. So the first step, everyone powered off.
kind of
Second step is
now this
to
is used
go
vSphere client.
for
I
the
have installed vSphere
path where the machine is installed. So look at this path. There's a C drive VMware 10. Okay, in my case it's this. How do we know what is the path of this machine? I'll go to the VMware workstation. Let's go to VMware workstation. If you go down, way down, if it is powered off and you go way down, you see the path. In my case, D, users, thing, documents, virtual machines. There's that at the end. So everyone sees that path, configuration file path. So please go there. Just come back and go. And your path is C. My is in D. So don't go in your D drive. Don't follow my path for this virtual machine. So everyone sees the path. Just go there after powering off. So I'm gonna go in the users, documents, virtual machine, server 1 Canips. That's it, server 1 Canips. Yep.
It gives us quick definition what is a host.
Amir,
Already know
think.
ESXi
Yeah,
host.
it's
It can,
always think. Make it.
it's a host that has
Go for
many
shortcuts.
VMs inside. That creates a hypervisor.
You know what? It's a ThinkPad. So I just put, what is your name? So I put Amir when I was installing the Windows 7, and it just put think in front of it. And I was like, what the heck? Like, okay, I'll think.
So now we go
Next.
on to summary. This is like a task manager within Windows. So this host.
So that's why we were putting the names specific for any of these rarest reasons. Yep.
Almost 1 point.
No, we don't need anything other than just this Hyper-V role. It's an empty server. That's it.
Data store. Now data store is the main
Oh,
thing for
yeah,
this
that's
host.
what it is.
In Windows,
So,
we have C drive, D drive, but here
you know, you cannot have server 2 same
want to see
name
data
with
store,
another folder in
you
the
can
same
browse this data store,
folder. You
show
cannot have
you
two
the
folders with the same
folder,
name.
you can
Exactly
browse,
same.
you can create
There has to be a little
folders.
different. Maybe you put a dot which you cannot see now, but that's differentiating from other folders.
Now for now there is the
It has to be different name.
data store.
Or exactly the same.
It also
There's
shows
exactly.
you some other configuration for this host, that this host module CPU.
Yeah, I'll show you. Let's go there. And if you have received the document,
We are doing this in
start
the
following, please.
environment. If this ESXi host would have been
'Cause,
in
I've sent this document on email.
server, it would give you those specs.
Okay.
Here it also shows you how many.
So I'm just gonna go for my D drive and users, thing, documents, virtual machines. Okay, now here's my. I have lots of server 2s with hum1 and just hum, and I mean there's a little difference at the end. Yep.
And most importantly, you can start searching what your machine.
Exactly.
Boot the server, shut
Same
down
thing
the
applies
server,
there.
put it in maintenance mode.
So okay, what is my exact name? Server 1-Canips. There cannot be another folder with this name. So server 1-Canips, and the file is server 1-Canips.vmx, or whatever server name you put. .vmx is the file you're looking for. Double click that file or open in Notepad. So I'm just first going for server 1-Canips. There should be only one server 1-Canips. There is no other server 2-Canips. There cannot be another one with the same name. So were you able to find that? Pinpoint that?
Now within configuration, configuration file, just like in Windows, we go to control panel, setup.
Oh, okay. So you're inside the correct machine folder, right?
Storage
Okay.
settings,
Now we're just looking for VMX file, configuration file.
With the configuration is showing you the health status,
Yeah.
everything normal.
Exactly.
Plus it tells me that I was just running it on the
Processor showing you
So VMX file. Yep. Yep. You're right.
also
The rest of them were all
how much
practices.
is available.
So let me just make sure there should be virtual machine made it. Yeah, configuration. So if you expand this and it says configuration. So every two, if you see that on the board, not on the board, on the side, configuration file, you have to open in Notepad. Right click, Notepad.
Not only has a card, but it has a switch.
In my case, it's server 1. Actually, it's in my case in server 2. Why am I going for 1?
Network.
Oh, I'm screwing up for 1 in my case.
Once we start the networking, for now this is the network settings here.
Ah, what a
We only
confusion.
have one network
I
card,
did not
which
power
shows
off
one network
server 2
card.
and I went for server
It
1.
also shows us adapter.
So I'm just going for server 2-canips.vmx. So this is the file.
So this is the setting. If you have
So look at this.
it will show you
If you expand the type, if you're inside that folder, you're going for whatever says configuration. There's only one file that is configuration file. So
So power manager will be checking this later.
you have no cool, man. Hey, you're a programmer.
Now
Cool.
in software section, so this was hardware.
Yep,
section.
open it in that and just put 3. So I've just sent you the Word file. It has those 3 codes.
Software section.
Just put that in the end of this configuration file.
Section of
So everyone there in the configuration, right click, open with, choose default, and then browse and what? Notepad. Looking for Notepad.
And it has all these features. So normally,
Yeah.
comes with all
So I'm
these
just going to do that again.
So that we can test this out. If we get satisfied, then we can buy the real license.
For example.
With the valuation license, what can we test? We can test it.
Oh, yeah.
FTV, motion, DP, data protection, drone,
So no. The thing is, put that code at the last of this file. That's all. Just at the end. That's at the end. Exactly.
Time configuration, it's an NTP server. NTP server mostly refers to the time server. It should
Right click and go for Notepad.
NTP over the
Open with
internet,
Notepad.
Or if you have Active Directory, it should be pointing to a PDC emulator role. So
Did you open the configuration file already?
point it to
Okay.
properties, NTP enable option, and here NTP settings at your DC IP address. So I'm gonna add
VMX.
DC
Where's Notepad?
RDC and
Yeah, default program to go for Notepad.
NTP server started right after this.
Yeah. Any text
It
editor.
is connected to this since
Notepad. I think it's in here. Program files. N.
NTP server is used for time server. Basically, all machines
Yeah.
operating inside will be pointing
System 32, guys.
You can also set up DNS settings.
Yep.
Now, where is this DNS setting coming from, guys? This is coming from when we configure the name,
Yeah.
DNS name, and IP address from here. So these
No,
are
it's going to show after that.
We can also
Because icon is converted, right?
same setting.
And yours is showing also the extensions. Ours is not showing extensions. So it's just a
We can
different.
have it. We can also configure Active Directory authentication, which we'll be doing later on. For now,
Yeah.
local authentication.
Notepad here. So this is the path for the Notepad. Windows,
It would give you the
System
log,
32,
shutdown,
Notepad.
those properties up as well. VM swap file.
or
PDB
WordPad.
file
Everyone
setting.
open that?
Then you have your
Every two?
security profile.
Oh.
With
So every two is just you, huh?
file, it is showing you what services are running.
Well, so
And
your
it is
brother's
also
sim
showing
or
you
phone?
what firewall ports needs to be opened if ever you need to open.
Oh, okay.
Incoming ports are here.
Okay, so
Incoming ports are
this
here. We
is
will open all
how my file looks like. So I'll go way down.
cache is
Whatever's down, enter, and I'll go to the Word document. I think you guys have
VM settings,
done it already.
Advanced settings. No need to go into these settings for now.
The last line, this is the code.
That we'll be working on.
I'm just gonna copy paste
now,
this
the
code.
number one
So
storage
everyone's
will be
there.
adding extra storage and see how this is added. We'll be adding an extra network.
It's on
card,
that document
see how
in
this
email.
is added. So, let
So
me do
right
it
click,
now. In
copy,
storage, I need
minimize,
I need another disk.
and in that opened VMX file, right click and paste.
This VM setting wrong.
Right.
I don't need to go into Windows settings,
So
but I need to
once
edit
this,
here within
there's another small step in the document. You can keep going if you have just copied this 3 codes, 3 lines.
add a second disk.
I've copied these 3 lines at the end of the VMX
Let's add
file.
now.
Has everyone opened in Notepad VMX?
It's a second disk.
And okay, at the end, just copy paste. That's it.
Since we won't be storing anything on this, for now let's keep it 2 GB.
Hold your horses.
Get to see
Yeah.
how to configure this disk inside. Now as soon as you add this disk is added,
Yeah.
let's give it
To
a
attachment.
minute
So Word document,
here within the settings.
Microsoft Word.
And secondly, we'll go here. Now, here, we need to see just refresh it.
From the email? Download. Download from email. The document.
Select it. Now the next thing, add storage. Disk.
Documents which you have given us, but when we write
Disk is not here yet. Let's rescan all storage devices. Sometimes it takes a little while before
So
it is
let's go to.
There is storage. We have storage adapter.
Okay.
Storage. Next, now we can see the disk.
Okay. Anyone's Control C not working? Just use my hand.
And if it doesn't come with refresh, you can do rescan.
So
Here,
I have
the disk.
embedded some powers for making
File system, so we'll go with
things
the latest
screw
one.
up as well as work.
NFS5.
So okay, I've put copy pasted these 3 lines there.
Storage. Maybe I can name it.
Okay.
On the server.
39 pages. Never count the pages. Never ever count the pages because you will get tense with that.
Into
Just go for search and
into smaller logical drives as well, but for now I'll just go with simple.
okay, close, save.
Better. So second
That's
disk
it.
is added. Where can you confirm it? You
Anything
can
else,
confirm
if you
it
do
from
that,
here.
this machine won't even start maybe. Because this is a configuration file. Configuration file is like a no-no area for anyone.
Second disk.
Save it.
So for
So,
but
So cancel, close and save. We have to save it. Second step, if you have done this, the document shows the second step as well. For the same machine, processor, you have to enable 2 options for the processor of this machine. Yep. Yeah, we have to save it. Why did we do a whole exercise in the end? Yeah, save. That's it. Just save. Oh yeah. Hey, you were typing, right? Okay. No, just kidding. So I'm just gonna copy from you and save my effort. I'm just saying that. I'm just trying to be lazy. You're right, actually. This is good. Forgot. Oh, okay. Thanks. So yeah, I need the feedback, man. So I could keep on going for those writing steps.
Let's go back to the host. Go to host properties. And go to
capture that was WDS. So okay, steps. Hyper-V, hyper. That's it. No, V.
Okay.
So first,
Once this is all done, what we need to do is go back to the
oh, it's just Calibrate Gothic. I like so much Calibrate Gothic
go back to that machine.
font. Okay, every 2 has done that. We need one server 2012 R2 for this lab. First, start server. log in from local administrator,
properties here.
go to roles and features, click next 3 times until you reach roles, click Hyper-V and click add features, and click next till end. Wow, I remember it.
On this source, I can see two
Yay!
options here. But now I'll log into this source.
Okay, always number 8.
See within the configuration.
Yep. No.
Second
Did you do the processor task in the Word document?
I can go
After you have done the processor task, then only power on the machine. Yes, power on.
network.
Yeah, you have to check. Okay, let me show you the 2 options as well. If your machine is shut down like this and you have done that, go to edit virtual machine
Hardware.
and you have to go to processor and enable these 2 options. Make sure that you have enabled these 2 options before turning on the machines.
Scroll down here to reboot. I need to do F12.
Oh, you know what? Instead of writing this, I'll write small and put a picture there.
Now why are we rebooting it? We are rebooting it. We have added
I'm going to click add features and
there.
sorry.
And for that
So it will enable the virtualization option in this machine after this machine thinks that I'm a physical machine now. So we put the code to make this machine think that, hey, you're a physical now.
restart and
So it will not, VMware will think, oh, huh, what?
So that code, once we just hit save, it just automatically
it is restarting.
Yeah,
Now it takes
exactly.
2 minutes to
And this
restart.
VMware workstation will use that code.
As soon as it
Oh.
comes back,
It's going to
we'll
not think that this is a Hyper-V role we are installing.
was added.
Oh, okay. You will see the error, so you cannot go to the finish till the end. Click next and you will see the error.
Go back
So I'll just be a bit faster. See the error. Now shut down this machine and go to the path where this machine folder is. Go inside and look for a .vmx file. Open it in Notepad. Copy this code at the end. Then save. Yeah.
Now you have 2 network cards with 1 switch. If one goes down, the second one will take over. If this goes down, this will take over. So,
Where?
and more essentially, we just wanted to see that how,
Yeah.
what can we do within configuration. So,
For?
in this video we did 2 tasks. We added a storage and we added
No.
networking.
Oh, they're already there.
In the
They're
next
like
video, we're
2
gonna
light years
get the VM,
ahead.
and we're gonna see some more
Oh, that
VMs
was
later.
exaggeration at its peak.
Thank you for watching this
Then
video.
save.
See you guys in the next video.
Now, go to shut down virtual machine and do the following. Now I have a picture. I don't have to write so many words. Yay! Anyway, so and this code, I'll just put this code there. So this code thing. Hey,
5.5.
why do I have this document here? It has pictures and everything. Why am I writing it separately? It's written in that document. Anyway, I'm done. So copy this code at the end. Which this code? This code. This code, yeah. Okay, all done till now. So I'm just going to enable these 2 options on the virtual machine, and let's go ahead, start, press OK here, and start the virtual machine. And if you are already there, it did not give that error, right?
Named it VC, which is Canips domain name and vCenter.
Cool.
It does not have a vCenter. How do we know? Just to verify, we can go to all programs.
Yep. Oh, did you do that? This thing, the processor thing?
See more menu items, whereas we can
this thing
only has a client. Now let's
in the document.
for these two ESXi.
You have to go to settings while the machine is off, and then go to processor.
Use a root account.
This shutdown virtual machine. Did you power on?
To the ESXi
Okay, right click that, or just click edit of that machine. Turn off machine.
To ESXi host or connecting to vCenter. In vCenter,
And then go to processor.
Account here. Whenever directly connecting to
Processor.
ESXi host, will be connecting.
And then just click these two
My
options.
ESXi host.
There?
It only shows me one machine.
Okay. Press OK.
Then
Start
these
machine.
settings, and we'll be going through these settings again later on.
Huh?
For now, let's create
They are.
one.
They should
VM.
be.
I can go
Why
into
not?
VM.
You have 11?
Here, create a VM, or
Oh yeah, they're not highlighted. They should be highlighted. I thought you're saying grayed out.
many ways to
Yeah, so highlight them. Yeah, that's what we came here for. So highlight them. Or check now. Yeah, that's what I thought.
We'll go with typical.
Grayed out.
In typical and custom. In custom, it would give
Grayed
you more
out?
menu options like CPU, memory.
Your
Whereas in
so
typical
can
and
you
custom,
log in
you select
from? No, that's not even an option.
Name the machine.
You log in from
recommend naming
machine administrator, right?
Proper naming convention.
Laptop
So
administrator
I would name it
or
as
something.
VM01. Next, which
Uh,
do you want to attach and install
to
this
the
VM
host?
on? I'm going to install it in data store.
Oh, the machine is started.
And here, what type of machine it can be? It can be Windows machine. For now, I'm just creating a dummy VM without OS. So for now, it is just I can select any operating system.
All right. So turn it off. You know the place where to go.
Thin provisioning,
Okay,
thick provisioning would take
Okay. So machine is on, and now our Hyper-V is on as well. Everyone's Hyper-V is
thin
on.
provisioning. It would
Yes.
take
Thank you
40
for the
gigs.
reply.
It would take the disk that it is using. For example, if I install
I did it for you.
and it takes only 5 gigs, it is 5 gigs it's going to take from the physical.
Okay. So when I go now to add roles and features, so it's shut down, right? Okay.
And next,
So it's again add roles and features, but this time it
now I'm going
better
to
be
give
working.
a second
Will work.
VM.
So
Just to
still
open the VM,
on the Hyper-V, and then add
go
features,
with system install,
and
name
thank
it,
God.
VM
At this point, the error comes, and now it's simply next. Nothing for the feature, as usual. Nothing on the next window,
same.
and there is this Ethernet card. So create virtual switches. Virtual switches. Virtual machines require virtual switches to communicate with other computers. After you install this role, you can create virtual machines and attach them to a virtual switch. So there is a virtual switch. Yeah.
On this host. So
Yeah.
let's have it. Let's leave it for now as is. Now let's install.
So
vCenter
whenever you
website. For now, there
select
is-
Hyper-V,
so I'm gonna
the
install a
pop-up window,
Windows-based
it
vCenter.
selects these
In order
features
to
for
have
us.
Windows-based
So
vCenter,
yeah,
what
always.
we need to do is we need
Next,
to
next.
first of all mount
Okay, everyone, what did you do when you reached on this window?
into vCenter.
Exactly.
VMs
We have to check it.
Within VM property, I'll go to CD.
So-
CD, I'll go to browse. Now,
Internet. So there's a virtual everything. So virtual switch, the virtual NIC, virtual.
It's my ISO
Okay.
for
So-
vCenter. Now, as soon
So everything
as
is
you
virtual. Yeah,
install CD,
that's the
make
point.
sure to
Next.
keep an eye on this
Okay,
because
here,
this should be
Hyper-V can be
clean
configured to
and
send and receive
free
live
from
migrations of
Otherwise,
virtual
CD
machines on the
will
server.
not be
So this is
bound.
the live migration thing we'll do in the 2012, where advanced features. This is the third course. So live migrations is the main thing we were discussing, that there should be tools of everything, right? So if the first machine goes down, automatically their copies on the other side should turn on, or it should live migrate. So that's it's gonna involve a lot of things to be configured. Okay. Anyway, allow the server to send and receive that. So we will not check this option now. There already are lots of features to see. Next.
If you have a license,
Okay.
then
The path is always wherever it is. Yep.
what license you have. If you don't, this is
You know, in my case, if I want to really boost the speed, I'll just go for D.
VMware's website. Now, VMware vCenter
So,
install is done in
till now we just
install
clicked
automatic
that or check mark that
these
network card.
components.
Other than that, we
vCenter single
just press
sign-on,
next and install.
vCenter web client,
Alright.
vCenter inventory services, vCenter
Oh, I should have taken a screenshot of all
You
these.
can also do a custom
Too
install
late.
in which you can do these all for components.
No, so the file only covers till
individually. So
till
for
where?
now I'm going to go with simple install and just click install. Now it
Alright.
says that it
Half of my work is here done.
So for this vCenter, it has to have
Yes.
4 GB of
Yeah.
memory in this system.
Oh, okay.
Whereas if I
Okay,
go to
till
this
the
one,
virtual machine creation. Okay.
it shows
There's a lot after that.
2
There's a
GB,
lot.
So I need to increase it to 4 GB.
I'll have to
So
take out my
for
professional
that,
copy
we
paste
need to
screenshot.
restart
Clarify.
this machine.
What?
Let's see. Let's see if it can recognize. No, it won't recognize. I have to restart this machine, this complete machine. So
Yeah, we need to have that SSD installed. What am I doing? Oh, it's restarting. Did it restart for everyone? Okay.
okay, now machine is restarted. Let me log in.
Local. Yeah.
Once
Just
it is logged in,
only.
we're gonna go again.
And then we need to, do a lot of tests. First, we're going to create a machine. Then we're going to test all those options. You will find that same later if you're doing the VMware course.
More than
You will find lots of options. Concept at least the same. The interface different.
no, while
No, it was there in 2008 as well.
it is doing, since it is a simple install, what it does it
Okay.
has to install all
Okay.
the
So yeah, one more thing. The 2012 Standard Edition can support only 2 virtual machines.
it will take
Data
some
Center
time.
Edition, which we are
So
installing, can
we,
support unlimited.
We'll be seeing this
See?
installation.
What a difference.
So, it would
So
ask you
Data
to
Center
press
Standard
the
Edition
beginning, the single
supports
sign-on,
only 2
so
virtual machines, only 2.
it's a
Third,
single
no way.
sign-on service that
So
was
Data
first
Center's
introduced
data,
in
2012 Data Center Edition,
version 5.1,
unlimited
and now
machines.
it is upgraded to 5.5.
So that's why
Single sign-on
we've
is
gone
not
Data
now,
Center only
we
because of
create
all the
files
features we have.
for the previous
If we had standard,
Now,
after second
here
machine,
at this point, it
we
is
would be.
very important that we should remember that
So
the
shut down?
password is different from
No, you have to shut down and do this procedure again. You have the document in front of you?
So you must remember
From the
this
email, did you
password.
download the document? Okay,
Now, this
it's
password
open.
requires that you have
So you have to go
one
back,
special
shut down.
character, and this is different from your Windows administrator password. You must remember this.
Whoa,
password.
I'm talking to
It
you.
creates its own domain inside, which is
I just thought about it.
local. It
So-
does not follow the Canips.
Everyone else, please
domain
carry
that
on.
we have in
Gentlemen?
this directory. Now,
Gentlemen?
remember
No,
this
gentlemen.
password. If you lose this password, you might need to reinstall everything. This is an encrypted password. It is single
Okay.
sign-on service. So this password is
It's
not
okay. It did not
sign-on
require a
service.
restart in your case, which is okay.
It will connect to default
Which
password.
is
That's the only
strange, but
thing
okay.
I have. You can connect.
If it does not require it, then don't go for that.
HTTP
Okay, I'm just logging in,
It shows
and
how to install it in
Hyper-V
application.
should be there now.
Install.
Da-da-da-da. Okay,
Now,
so
since it is installed,
oh man,
in
the
the meantime,
steps.
let's look at
Okay, while you're on break, I'll just copy paste from this document all the steps here. Did I say that? So,
Sign on, web client, inventory services, vCenter service.
okay, so now the rest of the installation after the restart is nothing but close. Okay, so just close. And did you shut down?
Install the component in order.
And
in this order, first you must install
okay,
single
just make sure
sign-on,
the 3 codes,
then
the
web
3 lines are there
then vCenter,
at the end. So
and
did you
then,
make sure?
vCenter inventory services, and then vCenter.
Oh, okay. So now you saved it.
The custom installation mostly
Good
is
troubleshooting.
used
Okay,
when
so
you need to
now where's
install
Hyper-V?
control on
Here it is.
servers in
Right click.
large environment. In our case,
Right click like this or go to tools, and it's up to you.
roles
You know,
in one
we can go anyway. Hyper-V here
server.
or right click
That's why
here
we went to
and
simple
Hyper-V here.
install.
So everyone there?
In large environment, you can have single sign-on on a separate
every two.
server, web client on separate server.
Every two is there.
Inventory
Is there.
Services on separate server.
So now we are inside VMware hypervisor and inside. So there are two hypervisor 2.
With a
Twos.
minimal touch.
There are two hypervisor.
So
This is also hypervisor 2, not
here,
1.
whenever
We're not going for the
it stops,
just
start
hypervisor
running
mode, right?
again.
Still OS plus hypervisor. So
Just when,
excuse me.
3
If we are here,
minutes, then
this
keep
is
on going, lights on.
how it looks like hypervisor.
If
So
the system didn't
I
run
have
for
that
a
one
few moments and then came
cool
back
software
again.
called Clarify. It was so cool that I didn't go for the crack, and I didn't find it anyway. But I had to pay that guy because I was so happy for the work he did.
And
Yeah, people call me crazy.
okay, now
I would go for the crack.
Recentering inventory services. It just
Well,
finished installing
that doesn't
Canips
fit, yeah,
Hyper-V.
because
It's an
you know,
automatic process.
Windows is
It
so good,
automatically
and I
starts
still went for
when one
you know.
is finished. So now
The sign-in guy is not here.
stopped here.
Now that's exactly what we wanted to hear.
Your web browser to run slow.
You're right,
So
Colonel.
Do not
Oh,
click
okay.
no. Just say yes. It needs to be.
Oh,
continued.
here as well. Okay, I was just kidding.
It continues to run.
Okay, clarify.
Select no.
Whoa, where is
You need
it?
the script to be continued so that the installation can be completed.
Anyway, so are you two there?
So now.
Okay,
it
so-
installed SSO. It was installing.
Come on.
the
Now you need to rely on the video.
that client
Okay.
is already installed.
There are many features on the right side,
Now,
which
select
are
one,
Hyper-V
for,
settings,
uh,
virtual switch manager, virtual SAN manager.
whenever services
What is SAN?
needs authentication,
Storage area network. What is it for? What is the purpose of SAN?
whereas
And
web
you know what?
client is a service that is
Virtualization
used to access
totally
the
depends on
internet
SAN.
on a
Totally.
machine that does not
Okay.
have a
What do I mean by that? Okay,
so asking for
know
now
what?
since it is installing vCenter, it is installed web client, inventory services.
So
vCenter
I was told that
license.
take a
I
picture
have
and put it on.
a license. If you have a license, you can use that license.
Um,
Otherwise, it's done for
Selfie and
evaluation. Now, here it is asking for SQL Server. It can use a free version of SQL
smile.
Server, which is Express
Thank you.
Express Edition. You can use a real
Yeah,
SQL
say cheese.
Server, but for that you
Hey,
can
board,
make
say
a
cheese.
DSN and DNS. DSN is based
So,
on ODBC
SAN,
connector,
storage area network,
and this is
this
used
is
to
an
connect to
integral,
any other
crucial part
external,
of virtualization because
for now we'll
all
be
the
using
machines are
just,
installed here.
free version of SQL Server, and this
Where are
is-
their hard
this
disks
is
if you
just a
want
free
them to be
version,
very,
and it
very
goes for
secure?
5 hosts and 50 VM. Here it is asking for the password. We'll go with the default.
Where do you want those hard disks to be? Where do you want those files to be if you want it to be
And it
very,
is,
very secure?
how big
So
will be your
if we
inventory.
have two,
The
as
inventory
you said,
includes how
that
many
hey,
hosts,
when
how
we're
many
installing
VMs,
so many
it
virtual
is-
machines
it is a
and
test environment,
if
and we'll go with the
it goes down,
least, which is
what
100
is our
hosts and
security
1000
here?
machines.
So there are many,
next.
many virtual machines here.
And again,
and
continue.
there are many virtual machines here as well.
Now should go and
So
install vCenter
there
first.
is
So web client is used for
storage,
accessing vCenter
where
over the
we
internet
can
or intranet,
have
whereas inventory
those
services.
hard disks.
Inventory services are used to manage
Available.
inventory. Inventory
We can put
includes
the,
hosts,
so
ESXi hosts,
locally
VMware
on the
components,
C
other
drive, on the
components,
local HDD.
VMs within the environment. So all
These are not
those
placed
settings
on local HDD.
about those hosts and VMs are stored within SQL Server, but it is handled
These are
by
placed
inventory
on a
services.
separate
So it is
storage
now configuring
offered
vCenter.
by the storage area network or SAN.
It is actually
This is
installing vCenter.
a tower or a physical machine
And
having
let's see.
lots of
It's going to take a
layers
few more
of
moments
hard
here.
disks.
It is
Which we
setting
call
up
LUNs.
SQL Express
Or-
Edition. Since it's a test environment, we can work with, we can go with SQL test edition. So it's gonna be doing everything on
So
its
these are
own. Once
stacks
it's
of
done,
hard disks,
I'm gonna start
and they're all, you know,
okay, installation is
SATA,
finished.
they could
It
be
took about
SSD, definitely
20-25 minutes, less than 45
and
minutes.
then
for
the virtual
complete
machine during this,
recenter
we're going to install a virtual
installation
machine, and
to be
it's going to
done
ask where to
through
put
simple
the
install.
where to install the
let's
files.
verify recenter
And
has
in
been easily
production environments,
we
we have the
install
path
all
for
programs,
these remote lines which are connected to either fiber
this being
channel.
the recenter is installed on the server.
Two ways they are connected. Very fast way and
before moving
the
on
lesser
to the next
than
video,
very
let's try
fast
and
way.
connect to the recenter.
So this is
the way we can connect to the
Ethernet.
recenter is
So when we say
So
Ethernet, this is our
if you have
local
website,
cabling,
I would open
local
the
Ethernet cabling,
website,
right? Which
log
everyone
into this.
has.
Now, when connecting to a
I
web
just
client,
like
it
fiber
would need
So this is the Ethernet here, and
a flash player. So it is asking for the flash player.
so
This
the
machine
fiber
is connected
cables
to internet,
having
which
huge
this machine is now
capacity,
automatically
huge bandwidth
connect,
support,
try connecting
so
it to the
and very
internet by
good
adding
speeds.
another network
So
card.
remotely, if the hard disks are placed on
I'll
the
connection.
storage, still when
At the
you're
same
doing any
time, on the same
processing,
machine.
it will seems that
So
you're
one
working on
network
a local
card is for
hard
the
drive.
local network, the other
While
network
actually
card
those
is
hard
for
drives are
the
in a
internet.
storage area
But
network.
before
or
going
SAN.
there, let me switch off the IE security configure IE. It is already switched off. And let's try that again.
So
Hopefully it should go connect
this is
to
how
the
in
web
production
provider to
environment
get the
virtualization is
download
supported either in
flash
VMware.
player.
Okay,
I'll
in
pause
Hyper-V,
the video
Microsoft
here
has
just
this
to make,
advantage of
it's
that
not
you
to,
install, you have
have
a
this
physical
video
machine, and
lengthy.
then
So now it
you
is
are
17 minutes. Maybe we can
having
go 3 more
Hyper-V
minutes
here installed either as an OS
so
plus
let's quickly
Hyper-V
install.
or just this. While VMware
Where is it?
ESXi,
I'm gonna pause the video and then install
VMware
Flash Player and then
ESXi
come
only
back again. So here.
offers, there is no
Okay,
operating
Flash
system
Player
by
install,
VMware,
forward
right?
install.
So VMware goes
Once I
directly
install,
as a
I'll go
hypervisor,
back to
the second way, where
VMware
there's just
vSphere web
hypervisor
client.
one, right?
And this time it connects me to the VMware web
So
client.
with HW,
vSphere. Now you can access the
hardware,
same link from
hardware.
any other machine.
so
All you need
Microsoft
to
has
do
an
is change
OS
to the
where it
IP
can
address
offer
vSphere
Hyper-V as a
connectivity.
multitasking
Now,
role,
one thing
multiple
that is
role
very
with other roles as well as
here
DNS, DHCP,
you need to use,
and other roles, file and print
you can use
services.
a UPN,
But VMware only
is
has
the
hypervisor role,
character,
which is like it's just installed.
vSphere
So
local.
that's why in our environment we go with server core and go Hyper-V. So that's why it's much cheaper to deploy hypervisor when you already have a big Microsoft environment, and it's much expensive to deploy VMware ESXi and then put your machine. Although we have in our company we have huge VMware environment, but wherever we as our team do not want to go for lots of approvals of our director, managers, and we want to deploy a machine, 2 or 3 machines quickly on one server, then we just go for Hyper-V. We save time and we save money by just going, because Windows 2012 has server core inside. We just buy one license, we can use it any way we want. We can put server core, or if we have put graphical interface, then we can convert it to server core, then we install Hyper-V. So we can convert it anytime to a Hyper-V and make it a dedicated just Hyper-V virtual machine holder. So this is the benefit Microsoft gives, and that's why it's in new job opportunities. They do say that VMware and Hyper-V, you should know both.
And
although
after
VMware
that,
still
we're gonna-
is the top in the
we're
market
gonna
in
import
virtualization.
the both ESXi.
So
and
what
this
we
within
are
this vCenter.
talking about
And
is
then
the
we're gonna be
SAN.
installing
Then this is
in-
the structure
installing
that you
configuring vCenter
remotely
appliance 5.5.
save your hard disk. If it is fiber channel,
Now, within
fiber
our
optics
test
cables are here
lab
with
environment,
fiber cards,
we have a
which
a
are called
VC, vCenter,
HBAs.
and two ESXi.
So if those cards are here, you will have very fast
First of all,
speeds
if we can, if
in
this is a
Ethernet
vCenter
or
server,
ICE
if you go to
vSAN,
VMware, if you see a lot of these things, it is a vCenter server.
then you will have speeds of whatever this cable supports, like Cat 5e, Cat 6e. The best I think is Cat 6e or
the SSO
more
ID,
in this, which
which is
supports
if you
good bandwidth.
configure during
So there are two types:
during
fiber,
the ESXi,
Ethernet. No, so
vCenter
Ethernet is,
installation.
we call it cheaper SAN for
No.
so those companies who cannot afford
We
fiber
also
optic
install
network,
the
which is very expensive.
Acrobat Flash
So they go
player.
for. But anyway, this is
So
the structure
this
that
is
hard disks are remotely
illustrator.
placed for virtual machines. And if
Sphere.
this goes down, the hard disk never was here.
And
The hard
the
disk
SSO
was there
also.
remotely. All you need to do is just change the. So the users were
Now, as
connecting
soon as
here
it logs in, this is
to
actually
access the applications. So now you need to change the connections from here to this
feature-rich console
network
for
all the
vCenter.
users. And
Within
the data
this,
will always
we
be
set them now.
not in those machines. The
Within
data will
this
be remotely
website,
here,
this
which is
more
already backed up.
preferred way
And even there's a
accessing
backup of
vCenter
this
other
storage
than
as well.
using vSphere
So it's
client.
already backed up on
normal
storage level,
client.
it's backed up on
Now
virtual machine
here,
level,
in the
and
first
users
screen,
never
home
get to
screen,
lose their
it
data
shows you, gives you the
at all.
hub. On this side, this is navigator.
So this is
Content A,
SAN.
you have here, and
Now
configuration.
it says that virtual
Type of console
SAN
we use
manager.
with all applications
Right now we don't have a SAN, so it's asking for all those. If you have a SAN environment, then we can configure this Hyper-V to connect with the SAN, and then it will when we connect with the SAN, what will happen? It will offer us disks, and then we can save our virtual machine during the installation to a SAN disk instead of local disk. That's how it differentiates with the local network. Okay, virtual switch manager. If we go there, there are three types of switches here: external, internal, private. Let me just check the
being a VMware admin, you'll
video,
most of your
and this
on
time
the
I'll
back
make
here,
smaller
center
versions.
monitor.
Okay.
As soon as you go into the settings,
External, internal, private. Did you see that setting somewhere else before for a virtual machine?
host added to this
Where?
vCenter. For now, there are
So
no
right click,
hosts
if I right
added.
click my virtual machine now and keep this window open and right click my virtual machine and go to settings
Now,
and go to network adapter. Now we have
host only and
VMware
center.
3 settings: bridged, NAT,
Now we can
host,
create folders
and
for
we
the
have
center.
Hyper-V
Folders
3
are
settings:
display
external,
folders.
internal,
Folders
private.
to better organize.
They are exactly
For
that.
example, if we have two different
So
physical
external,
locations
bridged.
where our data centers
So
are,
external of
we
Hyper-V
create two different
and bridged of
folders.
VMware
For
workstation.
example,
This
one
means
data center
we are
is
connected,
in
our
home.
machines are connected to the outside network directly.
Any other data center we have
NAT,
in
or
Montreal.
in this case, okay, our NAT is actually, you know what, NAT is one different subnet connecting to a different subnet, or a public connecting to a private. So internal actually connects to your host and the host internet connection. And so the internal machines, virtual machines inside connect to your host as well as the internet connection of the host server. In our case, our host is
Within Toronto,
server 2. Server 2's host is
I'm gonna
our
add,
laptop virtual machine,
my
right?
data center.
So I'm just comparing these, and then host only in our virtual machine is the private here.
Canada,
In the Hyper-V. So external, internal, private is in the Hyper-V, and bridge NAT host is in the VMware. If I just take it away. Now if we're gonna create 3 switches here, so we could know what are the types there. So external is creates a virtual switch that binds to the physical network adapter so that virtual machines can access a physical network. Internal creates a virtual switch that can be used only by the virtual machines that run on this physical computer and between the virtual machines and physical computer. An internal switch does not provide connectivity to a physical network. So there's a difference here. If I was saying that they are exactly like that, so there's a difference now. NAT does connect you to internet. Internal machines, NAT connect directly to internet. But this here in internal is connecting our virtual machines to our host only. So if I go for
it is asking for confirmation. It is now internal, asking for license key. It is an evaluation version
and logical unit number.
It is asking for lockdown mode. If I select this, then nobody will be able to directly connect to ESXi, which people should not directly connect to ESXi. I hope that is connected to vCenter network. So for now, for this test lab environment, I'm just gonna keep
internal.
this unchecked.
So between
next and finish.
VMs.
So in few moments, the host will be added to this data center. So I'm gonna add the second host by name. Now, in order to add the second host by name, I need to register this.
What's the matter? Private
name within the DNS.
Too many movies.
By name.
Creates a virtual switch that can be used only by the virtual machines that run on this physical computer. What difference do you see between internal and private?
Go to DNS here.
Internal and private.
Go to
what is the one difference, major difference do you see?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new
by the virtual machines that run on this physical computer. So
any other record with the same IP?
Just
actually
between.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for now, because the server is not on, it is Canips.
So it's just between VMs, right?
02.
It's a little different from our VMware workstation, which is host only is between VMs and the host as well. NAT is totally different purpose, get internet connection, and bridged is connecting to the external network. So Microsoft has a different way of doing that. So 3 virtual switches are there. There's already a switch created here by default when we click the network card, and this virtual switch connects to the physical network card, right? There's already one connected here, and it is connected to the external network. Everyone there on this switch? Every 2. Okay, cool. And there's one network card. If there were 2 network cards, we could have connected another virtual switch and another set of virtual machines to that network card. So we're going to do that a little later. There is allow management operating system to share this network adapter. So the management of the operating system, of course, this Hyper-V manager, it will share this network adapter. VLAN ID. What is VLAN? Anyone has an idea? Virtual LAN, which is
MonDC.
Basically, like virtualization of 2 separate LANs.
MonDC.
Yeah.
So this is Montreal data center 01.
So this is a switch. Yeah.
I'm gonna add the second data center here.
Yeah.
And then Montreal. Then I'm gonna add the second host.
Separating the. Exactly. So we have a LAN switch here. Virtual LAN would be another switch. Machines are connected to that. The thing is that if we wanted to separate the traffic between the 2, we could have another switch here. Half machines connecting to this switch, half machines connecting to this switch. But virtual LANs mean within one switch, you make half of the ports connecting to, connecting half the machines connecting to these ports, half of the machines connecting to these ports, and these machines cannot communicate with each other as well, and the traffic would be totally separate within this switch. As we can compare with a totally separate switch as well.
Next.
So local area network.
Key, no lockdown mode.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
add it. And I'm gonna remove my first added data center
This is a
so
switch.
that I can add it by
For
name.
example, this is a switch for Canips. All of you can connect with one of the ports.
Or do
All
you
of the
remove
laptops can
it
connect
just
one of
by
the ports.
disconnecting
So we
it?
can access to the internet.
Yes,
There's a
disconnect the
management
post.
sitting inside. They are connected to this port. Okay,
Add it
and the
by.
management doesn't want
So it would
you
take
to access them. So
few
what they will do,
minutes
they
to
will
let it
make
being
these 4
removed
ports as a
from data
separate
center.
LAN.
It is
Although
added
physically it's a
again.
one LAN, they will make a segregation. They will make
Whereas,
4 ports as their LAN. They will make 16 ports as our LAN. So our traffic could not access them, and their traffic could not access us. So this is the basic concept of virtual.
Okay.
It's a virtualization of LAN, but it's a one physical LAN. We just give one subnet, like 168, for example.
Let's go there. So
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
make it because it's a difficult concept. So, for example,
okay.
these are 3
Okay,
ports.
so the previous one has not
Give them the
been
address 192.168.0.0.
it's not been removed, so we'll have to wait
There's another
for
one.
some time before this is completely removed.
It's the management one.
And
So
then
the management
we
doesn't
can
want you
add
to
it.
access them. So they will separate their traffic. This will be given to 192.168.1.0.
That's fine. Okay, so
I'm just giving you an example.
communicate with the remote
We are just,
host, it is
suppose we are in a
disconnected.
big company. One is management,
Okay.
one is like
Management department,
one is accounts.
accounts
Let's suppose
department.
you people are
A
just accounts
vCenter,
people.
one added by
Okay?
API,
The
the
management
other
doesn't
one
want
added by-
you to access
if
their
you go
records.
inside,
If you are on the same
the ESXi
address,
host,
you will be able to access them.
let me try
So
to
what on a
reconnect
physical
it
machine,
for
what they
now.
will do is they will make separate
see.
ports. Like these ports are for the management, and these
Reconnect
ports are
this
for the accounts
host.
people. So accounts people cannot, by accidentally also cannot go into that traffic. So we'll make these ports as part of this network, and those ports will be part of that network. So different network cannot go into each other.
So that's how we separate them.
So,
Yeah. Thanks a lot for this explanation. Yeah. Thank you.
So I am able to connect to this source, it shows me
Yeah,
the VM.
basically it's a physical LAN,
Now,
but we virtualize it.
Yeah. Within the same switch, we separate the ports. Otherwise, we are connected to all the same ports. Right? Or suppose we are connected.
later on as well. At this point, so on this side, show
Yeah.
me all
So
of the
within one
tabs
switch, you
that
can
are
also separate the traffic as
disconnected,
effectively as we have
standalone
separate switches, right?
data center, and
So,
if I need
but
to move
still
to
separate
the
switch
data
could be
center,
part of
can
one
easily
broadcast
move
domain.
it
But
just
now
by
let's not go
dragging it.
further.
Will be moved.
Broadcast domain, then it will be. So
This black
yeah.
data center.
this is not a Microsoft domain.
Now,
So
let's leave it as is. This is my recent
yeah, collision domain and broadcast domain. So we have just one VLAN. So we're not defining VLAN for now, if because
appliance.
we don't have any machine right now. So we're gonna come back here. We're gonna remove this switch, and we're going to install another switch. For now, let's cancel out from here, and let's create a new machine. I hope we have still memory. If you have any background applications working other than VMware Workstation, can you close them? Okay. So how to create a new virtual machine? Right click, new,
VCA 5.5 images.
every two there.
vCenter appliance is actually
Server
it's a-
2,
it's an
new
OVF
virtual
file.
machine.
vCenter appliance is an OVF file. It's a VM that will be installed inside a ESXi host. We can host that VCA inside this host.
Virtual machine.
Or we
And
can also install
Then
VCA
before you begin,
here
let's click
within
next. Nothing here.
as well by
So name of the virtual machine, client 01.
by going into open. and
Store the
like
virtual
that,
machine
we
in a
can
different
create-
location. This
Now,
is where
if we
we
download
can,
it,
if we are connected with
VCA
SAN, we can provide different disks to that machine. We can put it on those remote disks. Although inside the machine, when you are connected with SAN, the disks look as if they are local disks. They don't appear remote disks. They look like C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, whatever letter you give them. So anyway, we can just change the location here, but right now we're going to install that locally. Next,
a complete package
so this is the name of the machine, right? And we're installing this inside the Hyper-V. Yep.
and a VMDK file. For now, we'll just install this file. So
For the first window, no.
VCS last as another VM inside the VMware workstation.
Oh, you follow the document, right? Even if you do that, it's okay. I didn't do that,
For that, I have to
but
move
it's going to work anyway. Wherever, as long as it's accessible, it's okay. So generation 1, there are two types of machines there. Generation 1 is the 2008 type, where this virtual machine generation provides the same virtual hardware to the virtual machine as in previous versions of Hyper-V. So 2008, if you still have 2008 Hyper-V and you are now deploying 2012, then generation 1 machines, maybe you want it to be portable, and in the plan to transfer this machine to the 2008 based Hyper-V, then you would go for generation 1. If you have created generation 2 machine and you want to put it to, for some emergency reason, to 2008, you won't be able to do that. So this is something you need to pre-plan, that either you have tools of this machine that you don't have to ever transport that, or you have no reason, or otherwise you're just going to get rid of 2008 Hyper-V. In that case, you don't want the generation 1. So generation 2 is this virtual machine generation provides support for features such as secure boot, SCSI boot, and PIXY boot using a standard network adapter. Guest operating systems must be running at least 2012 or 64-bit versions of Windows 8. This is all the new features that they are going to support with PIXY boot and SCSI boot and secure boot. So secure boot also is that any kind of corruption during the boot process of any files, so it's going to retain the boot files or secure the boot files from corruptions. So any machine do not have it corrupted or missing, especially when the operating system starts. SCSI boot also, if you want to boot from a SCSI drive, maybe you have another drive that is so server. On the server side, there's always the drives are SCSI drives, which have much better speed than the normal drives. And then PIXY boot. Anyone can tell me that? It supports PIXY boot as well, which means what?
Now, whenever it comes to an
PIXY environment, it supports. What is PIXY environment? PXE, it's pre-boot execution environment. With exactly, yeah.
These files can be downloaded easily. These files can be easily downloaded. That's what you said.
Well, the second sentence is not part of the definition. The first sentence was part of that. The rest is the I said blah blah blah. Okay, that is part of the definition, yeah. But not this not found is not part. But yeah, if in a empty virtual machine, yes, it won't find a disk, so it will try to boot from a network. And if it does not find even a network, then it will say, okay, I give up. I search everywhere. So if it's not even PIXY enabled, it won't go for finding a DHCP and getting in contact with a WDS that would give us the image. So we went through all this. Once a virtual machine has been created, you cannot change its generation. At least it won't be compatible with the 2008 once it's created. So generation 2, let's select that. Next.
ESXi environment.
Yeah, 1 is for 2008. Yeah. Next. So startup memory is 512. That's where initially or minimum this will be given, and specify the amount of memory to allocate. You can specify an amount from 32 MB up to 2 GB, 2.6 GB, right? To improve performance, specify more than minimum amount recommended for the operating system. So this is Windows 8 or Windows 7 client, and this is just a virtual machine we are creating. We have to give a path for the client as well, ISO file, and we're gonna put that on copy paste, and then we're gonna have a break. So startup memory 512, use dynamic memory for this virtual machine. Dynamic memory was
In this case, I'm
thin provisioning. What is thin provisioning?
So it will create a new
Yeah,
VM.
whatever is required it takes. So it does not occupy points or everything. But this was for the disk. What is this in memory? Yeah, you were saying?
So I'll pause the video right
Yeah,
here.
because dynamic memory is whatever is required in memory as well. But we discussed it for the hard disk till now. This is for memory as well. That whatever is required,
So it is
it's going to
important
get.
as soon
So
as
when you decide how much
program
memory to assign to a virtual machine,
the
consider
administration,
how you intend to use the virtual machine and the operating system. Yeah, we're gonna consider that. So it's just 7. We're gonna, or 8. It's a client we're installing, right? So yes, click this use dynamic memory for this virtual machine. It's dynamically use it, although this is the case always. Startup memory 512. Next.
This machine.
Ooh, what happened?
As soon as you start,
You scared me, man.
Start like this. Now, since it is a ready-made install, it is not installed.
So yeah, so we're
Ready
just going to use 7 or Windows 8.
all we need to do is some initial configuration. And then
You can go down.
configuration includes
Give it less than that, 256.
your environment, so that you can access.
How much you have left?
From your,
I mean, total.
from your other machines in order to
Oh, okay.
manage ESXi
So,
environment.
yeah, 256. Go for that.
Now,
Next.
it is a Linux appliance. whereas
So this is where the switches are selected. We're gonna create 3 switches: external, internal, and then they're gonna start showing their first. We are going for the default one, which was created during the installation of Hyper-V. Then we're gonna delete that, and I just wanted to show that right now switch is available, but we can after creation of the machine we can still delete it,
it is
and we can give it any type of switch which we will later create, and we can assign it to any machine at any moment, just like here in VMware Workstation. Now I can just put it to NAT anytime or put it to bridge anytime. Same is the case here in Hyper-V as well, that I can we will be creating 3 switches, 3 types, then we can change for each virtual machine any type of switch at any time. Yeah,
So this
yeah, that is extra
5.5
with
improved.
you were asking for this print.
Now, as you can see, this is it's a quick install. It is installing yet.
Yeah, we are on custom, so these are extra options that VMware Workstation has, and Hyper-V does not give that option. So there is an edge. There are differences.
We need to check this IP address
So-
according to our local network IP address. So my local network IP address is
No, but your question is, what is custom? Or it's just extra feature which is not there in Hyper-V, right?
Whereas this one is taking
So,
for 12.
next,
so it automatically
and this is where the hard disks are going to be placed, and this can also be given the path of SAN. In production environment it is given the path of SAN, and size is by default 127, but it's going to be thin provisioning as well here as well. So VHD in production environment, if you go and see that 2008 Hyper-V is there, you will see that their hard disks are called .VHD. The only difference is that 2012 virtual machines, the hard disks are called .VHDX. So 2012 hard disks are X, VHDX, and 2008 hard disks are VHD only. Right? So use an existing virtual hard disk. If we already have a hard disk with installed operating system and applications, this is just a virtual machine with network card, right?
VHDX stands for virtual hard disk.
X.
12.16.
Actual what?
X. Just like in Microsoft Office, we have X, docx now, and XLS X for Excel file. Word document is docx. It's just X. It's there's no abbreviation for that. It's just giving an extra word, not extra. Other next version, differentiated, definitely. So existing hard disk, I've done that. We can do that anytime. That if we have a hard disk, VHD, you can download working .vhds from Microsoft website and connect to an empty machine here. So what is a working .vhd? It means it will have operating system installed, drivers installed, and whatever application you want installed there. Microsoft has some free online VHDs available that you can download. Basically, they make those applications available that you want to test, that they want you to test. SCCM applications, Exchange servers, all those are ready-made VHDs available. They are virtual hard disks, and they are available with working installed OS and applications already working. The free evaluation versions, and you can just download and then use an, if you're creating a virtual machine, because they are just hard disks, they are not full virtual machines, right? So you would, in this page, you would just use an existing virtual hard disk, and then you connect Microsoft virtual hard disk, and when you finish, it will start like a working virtual machine. You don't have to do anything with that servers installed. So, or attach a virtual hard disk later if we just want just a virtual machine. So for now, yes, we want a new hard disk to be created. Remember, the name of the hard disk is client01.vhdx. In VMware, yes, this is the same case. If we have server1-canips, the hard disk name would also be, and it's VHD there, right? No. What is the hard disk in VMware? So in Microsoft, it's VMDX. VHD. I just said that. Are you raising your hand to tell me? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's a VMDX. It's a hard disk name there in VMware. In Microsoft, it's VHDX. Next, so we'll select 127 because it's thin provisioning. It's going to take whatever is installed, and the path is same as well. Oh, since in my case, I'll just put it D. Next, install operating system later. Install operating system, bootable image. Yes. Yeah, we didn't change anything. So if I do this now, install an operating system from a bootable image. If we browse, where will it go? To our laptop hard disk, right?
We'll provide it a name. So instead of localhost,
no. It will go to our host machine, which is server 2, which already itself is a VM somewhere else. So if we want to give an operating system now, how do we give that? There's in the D drive. In my case, can you all check? I think that in the D drive it's mounted there, the operating system, right? But that's not an ISO. We can only mount an ISO there. So we don't have an ISO now, but we need to arrange an ISO because we need to install Windows 7 or anyone has Windows 8 or 7 ISO available? We all have, right? So, oh yeah, 8 is also okay. If I want to make it shared, if I go to the option of, so I'm going to the server 2, right click, settings. What I want to see is the shared folder available for me or not? Is it available for everyone, the shared folder? Because now we can go through our host to our laptop hard disk. But is it grayed out? If it is grayed out, you don't have VMware tools installed.
Requires manual reloading of web interface. So here I'm going to
exactly. If so, I can tell you how to create one if it is not grayed out. You don't have an option? No. Are you on options here on top? Arey, come on, yaar. Hey, that was good, man. So okay, so it is graded out now. The second question, or is it enabled? Like you can enable it.
You know what? It might be too soon for the other screen to be closed with the connect, but it takes some time.
If you can go now, we can go directly to the host our laptop C drive through this. How? Always enabled. I'm putting that, and map. I'll click add. If you click add, now next, when you click browse here, now we are browsing the virtual machine. So virtual machine or our host, it's going to look for drives inside our laptop operating system. in my case, I'm going straight to that ISO folder. Wherever your ISO folder is, just go for that folder. Yeah, this is from the virtual machine. If you enable the shared drive, you can have the ISO available for this nested virtual machine right away. I'm going for ISO folder here. I've given the path in the laptop ISO folder.
Let's try it one time.
And enable this share. Finish. If the shared folders is enabled, press OK. Now I should have a shared. Yeah, there it is. Now I have a shared folder enabled here from my host. If you enable the shared folder and you go for the operating system here for this virtual machine, when you go browse and you go to this PC, you only see C drive and D drive of your host, which is Canips 2, server 2. But if you enable shared folder, now you can go inside your laptop C drive through this. Yep. Or inside C you have put the ISO file. Wherever you put ISO file, Windows 8 ISO file. Exactly.
So my local network.
Then in C drive you can search for that ISO folder. So if I directly shared that ISO folder, double click. Now I have all the ISO files from my laptop. So everyone did that? Everyone was able to do that? If not, then copy paste the ISO inside the C drive of your server 2. But this is the easiest way to do it. If you have VMware tools installed, and you can go this way. Otherwise, copy paste inside C drive. Yeah, sure. Cancel. So keep this window open where we are putting the ISO of the install, this new virtual machine in Hyper-V. Go directly to the VMware workstation settings. You're there? Windows 8 or 7. Yeah. Start the. But if there's all other options, then stay. If it's just finished, go ahead. Yeah. So you're there. Options. Shared folders. Do you have always enabled? Click there. And then map. Add. Next. Now when you browse, you're going inside your laptop C drive, right? So where did you put the? Yeah. Just go to that folder and press OK. No, we cannot select the file. We can only select the drive and folder only. Yeah. So in my case, I selected that folder. In your case, you can just select the C drive even. Just click C and press OK. Then it will let you go inside C to search for that ISO file. You don't have it? 2003? Okay. Any machine, any OS would do. It's okay. Yeah. So even 2003 if you have, yeah, go for that. So you've done that? Okay. Understood?
Should be set to embedded. It can connect
Where?
to Oracle or embedded mean internal database.
VMware tools. Otherwise, copy paste. Okay, press OK. Cancel. If you were here in browse, now we have the shared drive. Okay, are you installing VMware tools?
You need to provide the password for
shared folders. Double click there. Everyone's on the ISO.
Provide the password for the SSO account.
Everyone's on the ISO. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Double click it and next. Oh yeah, finish. Finito. And there you go. Error. What? Okay. The virtual machine management service encountered an error while configuring the hard disk on virtual machine client 01. Same, everyone? Okay, you know what? Let's not give that ISO. Create a virtual machine. Let's next. Install operating system later. Let's just create the virtual machine first. Then we will mount to the DVD of this machine. Let's check that first. That does it give error or
and
not?
then move to the next one.
Finish.
So
Oh, it is giving error. Sorry.
load with schema version, test and save.
Oh yeah, connect. So in operating system,
The
no,
more I
the
try,
hardest later.
have a smaller
It works for you.
Takes at least 20 minutes.
Which one? The third option.
Since these are important configurations.
Don't create a hard disk at all. That's what you're creating.
So this one is make sure it was successful.
Well, okay.
Next.
You go
Configuration.
operating system later.
This is there embedded.
Yeah,
Here in SSO again. You need to change
I did that
to
too. You select the last one. Network based installation. Okay, let's select that. Denied. Oh, general access denied. Error.
Then it's successful and save that.
Failed to create the visual. Oh, okay. So in that path, I have to change the path. Seriously? No, actually, we need to create the hard disk. And it should give us that. So I am not going to. I'm going to change the path. That's it. It's access denied to that folder, that path, which is strange. Hey, you know what? C drive.
Then after that, we're gonna use.
Okay, let me just do that first.
VCA appliance through a vSphere web.
So where are we installing this? D users public document hard disks. It should be there. Yep, you're saying.
Here, I'm gonna pause the video and when it comes back, I'll start.
Then you have to.
Okay, so
No.
it took some time.
Let me just change the path because I think you should change the path. Next, C.
SSO.
Okay.
And we're gonna
Let me check.
summary. Inventory service is running.
Now what? The system cannot find the path specified. Whoa, the system cannot find. Okay, we'll just do that later, but it's not letting me do even that.
Sometimes you would need to just close this down.
Okay.
This takes long.
No, I did that too, and there was an error.
SSO database. If
Oh,
it
please.
takes long,
Okay,
long
thank you.
time,
No, we can later, if I right click the machine and go to settings, we can mount the DVD of that operating system, right?
that will be left
How do we do that?
to connect to this vSphere to this
Even last option or first option, they don't both have the hard disk created, right?
This is my vCenter. In order to connect to this,
So, okay, keep this machine like this. Better to we will start with the Hyper-V switches. You wanna take a quick break? Let's do that and then come back there.
so this web client is directly connected.
I just selected without, in the last option we just selected. Okay, I'll just go there. Next,
That is Windows
client 02. It's not letting me install on that space. That's strange.
file and change the local name
Coffee basically.
to the IP address of to the IP address.
ये कर करके आएगी ऐसे. फर्स्ट टाइम डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि अभी पहली दफा में नहीं आएगी,
What was the problem? We
लेकिन
gave the path shared folder.
रिपीट करते जाएं.
We gave the path shared folder.
It's not accepting those local paths. This is strange.
If everything is configured properly,
D.
configured properly,
सर आप क्यों जा रहे हैं?
then you should be able to
मैं जैसे ऐसे जाता हूँ क्यों लड़ते हैं आपस में और ये वहाँ जाके वो कहता है मोतियों वाला मुझे चाहिए
आपके तो मेरे साथ बैठना है ना.
do this second vSphere.
अच्छा चलो फिर जल्दी आ जाओ क्योंकि आपके साथ बैठ इधर तक ले आता हूँ.
As soon as it's a bit slow, because it's a VM.
Install operating system later. This is what I
It's a
did.
VM,
Install operating system later.
but we should be able to connect to this.
But it should work.
To this
Okay,
appliance.
you know what? I'll just copy paste it just for experiment to the local C drive to the host of this operating
Put the
system,
username and password.
and then I'll try.
SSO account. Same account, admin.
Because we gave it the longer path, so it says, "Hey, what you doing?"
vSphere.local and
8 client. Okay, copy.
password. see. So now make sure that your IP address, this is the IP address of your vCenter. When we were previously connecting, we were connecting to the IP address localhost. Now since this is a completely new vCenter, we won't be able to see any host on this. There are no hosts.
होस्ट में कॉपी कर रहा हूँ.
One vCenter which is itself.
इसके बाद चेक करता हूँ ये error क्यों आ रहा है. ये
नहीं आना चाहिए था किसी
There
का.
are no other hosts on this, so it's a brand new vCenter. So guys, in this video we have seen how to
92.
configure completely
No, 92 नहीं,
vCenter
ज़्यादा ही हो गया.
appliance. So in this
98.
environment, we have now two vCenters.
94.
vCenter
94 में
appliance,
के दो
second
papers दिए.
one, the
नहीं,
vCenter
उसके साथ थे papers.
Windows-based vCenter. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video.
So I have
is an
created
excellent iSCSI
two
server
systems. I'll create a
for
third
a
one.
test lab,
I
small
think it
test
should
lab
work
environment.
right.
Although it comes as a
Then
licensed
there,
version as well, we'll be
503.
using a free version of OpenFiler. So in order to install the storage
So this
server,
is how it got
we'll
installed.
need to create a
Next,
new VM.
generation
Now when
2.
we are creating a
Next.
new VM, we need to provide the
So I'll just put the
just
dynamic
downloaded
memory.
from OpenFiler website.
Switches. Next.
You can easily download it
I'll
from
keep it on
OpenFiler.
C.
Just Google it. Download
I'm just copying the
free
image
OpenFiler,
from
put
the
link to the
host
right
of
to
this
link.
virtual machine
This is
now.
2.9 version. You can use
And
any
because I copied
version.
from the C
Doesn't
drive of
matter.
laptop to the host
Provide the
C
ISO
drive.
and
Next. Finish. Let's
and
see if it-
here select Linux.
Alright,
and
okay.
then select
That was the
Linux
thing.
Or
So,
you can, in some
okay,
cases,
recording.
I mean,
Pause.
you can use
Resuming the video.
Lastly,
So the
we need to
problem
go
was
to
that
ISO
we need to
target
copy
and
ISO
then add
in
this.
the host
Once
machine.
this is added,
And if we do
all
not
we
copy
need to
ISO
do
in the
is
host
to go
machine
to
and we give the
learn
path of
mapping,
ISO,
map
it's
plus
not. It's
learn,
going to give you an error.
and
So
go to network, and
can
now
you?
this network
So
will
please copy the
allow,
ISO
make sure
in the
it
host
is
machine, right?
updated. So it is updated, no need to do anything. So here allow, here learn is mapped,
अब मैं कहीं और जा
and
सकता.
here
So anyway,
here
if
it
you
will
have to
show
copy the
the
ISO
information.
inside the host
That is
machine,
it.
that's the
Now,
main thing.
the learn
Otherwise,
is
you will
ready
get an error.
to be presented
We
to
were
ESXi.
trying to.
Now, I'll go
I was
to
just trying to
ESXi
give this,
host
shortcut for
which
that.
is here.
But we have to copy the
To our
ISO inside the
website.
server
So this is
too,
my host.
and then
So within
when we are
the
creating the
host,
new
so
host
part
machine,
one was,
then we can give the path from the host instead of from the laptop computer, laptop OS, right? So if I'll quickly first I'll show you. I copied everything here in C drive. That's not the scroll. So I just copied the whole ISO in C drive of my server 2 here, like this in C drive direct. Now when I am creating a quick virtual machine, because I've created a fourth one because it's not started, and second thing, it's not taking a lot of time. So I'll just create one more just to show that it worked. Client 4, I'm not checking this. Next, generation 2 machine. Next, 512 with dynamic memory. Next, switch. So we are connected to outside network.
Once it is added,
next, here, create a virtual machine. Just leave it like that. And next, okay, here, install operating system, browse. So I'm not going to this PC and not going to this Z drive here. I'm just going to the local drive because I copied there, right? Inside the server 2. Double click that, and next, finish,
within the target,
and yeah. So it was giving an error because we were trying to access the laptop drive and going there. So copy the ISO inside the C drive. Windows 7, yeah, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 2003. If you copy it inside the host of this virtual machine, then it will work. So yeah, we were going across our virtual our host, so that's why it was not working.
So once it is added,
but guys, even if so, put it on copy, and let's go ahead with the next steps for the lab. Virtual switch manager. If you're copying a host file down, just copy it, and you can create any other machine later. we're not starting the machine right now. We're not starting the inside virtual machines of Hyper-V right now. So if it's taking time copying the ISO, just do it, but start doing the next lab here, which is Virtual Switch Manager.
The other one is the local lab. So all I need to do.
So there are switches here, and I am on new virtual switch here. I haven't started any machine till now, and I am on the virtual switch manager. So if I want to delete this switch now, I'll click that switch, right click. I cannot do that. So where do I go? I'll select this switch and go to remove here.
Within this.
Does it remove?
So here is the LAN that
so yeah, cancel out. I'm cancelling out again. I'm going to Virtual Switch Manager here. While you're copying in the background, copy pasting ISO. Go to this lab, to Virtual Switch Manager. Click the switch, and when you right click, it doesn't offer the delete option. So here is the remove option here. So click remove and apply. Let's see. So it's gonna give a huge error that if suppose there were 10 virtual machines and they're all connected to this virtual switch, so it's just giving the error that be careful that you're deleting the only switch which is connecting all these virtual machines to the outside network. Do you want to do that? So if I say yes,
let me see. So within ESXi host,
so this means it did not accept that. So what were you doing? Did you turn on the machine? Did you start the machine? The virtual machine inside the Hyper-V? So cancel. I did apply that. So Virtual Switch Manager again. Now I don't have a switch at all.
So here,
so
let's go to storage. Let's go to storage.
Everyone was able to remove the switch, or you got an error?
We don't see a newly added LAN. Why? Because it is not formatted.
I should make sure everyone's following me or not.
Home.
Okay, external. I'll create the switch and remove that again. I'm creating a switch. I'm naming it external. No, the error should not be coming. So I'll create a switch and it will again be the same way. Then I'll show you. External with its mapping to this network card and apply. Now yes.
Next, and it will be VMFS. Next.
And now there's an error for me too. Error applying virtual switch properties changes and error internal network results. Oh yeah, okay. If this happens, just try again. Remove. That's one thing you're gonna know about Microsoft. It's not stable when it comes to Hyper-V. So I have the same exact settings. I have nothing new here. External.
Next.
Remove. Apply. Yes.
I'm gonna use the complete space to be formatted. Next and finish. So now this will be formatted.
Internal error. So I'll cancel out. I had deleted the switch.
One last point.
I'm just trying to create an external, quick external switch. Now I'm not going to even change the name. And this is external. I'm just trying to get it back. And yeah, you're going to see that Hyper-V will be showing some kind of instability.
Storages.
Oh, it's on enter record while processing the results of creating a new virtual switch to refresh the results, close and then open again. Okay, first of all, how many were able to delete the switch?
No files.
Oh, everyone. So what was the error coming?
Default folder, just a system related folder. We don't need to do anything here. So this is guys how we
what happened?
Install work with storages. So in this video we went through installing OpenFiler. We installed OpenFiler. We configured it.
No, but we're not working with the virtual machine
storage,
right now.
Added that LAN to one of the hosts.
Oh, the creation of the virtual machine.
Highly recommend to
and also you can copy that, paste that there.
With all these concepts. Thank you for watching this video.
Oh,
and I'll
in the
see
starts,
you in the next video.
You guys should not go to break. So you should work with me during the break. Okay. Okay, cool. So we just deleted the switch. So now everyone deleted the switch. So let's just create an internal switch. So everyone's screen should be looking like this now, right? So internal, first go for the easiest one, private. Go for private, create virtual switch. So what is virtual switch? It's going to do what? It's going to offer connections to all virtual machines created inside Hyper-V.
Now, what I have
How? So let's create virtual switch. So we have three purpose switches. First switch will be external. Any machine connected to this switch will be connected outside network. Then we will create internal switch. Now any machine connected to internal switch will have connection to each other as well as the host only. That's all. Then we'll create a private switch, which we're creating now actually, first one. And any machine connected to this switch will have internet from outside.
To start with, and later on, that second server will be used for vCenter. And
yeah, we did. I did
that. I'm gonna build ESXi
yeah, sure.
host.
Again.
Three ESXi hosts.
Outside
to be
network,
used within the vCenter.
external,
So
outside
first of all,
network,
building a second
with-
server for future vCenter.
So
Because
anything
vCenter should not, it cannot be installed on a domain
the
controller.
VMs
So this is domain controller is ready, 2008
going
machine.
outside with
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a second machine.
internal it
that
will
can
be
be my
between
2008
virtual machines
R2. So
and the host.
ISO. I'm
This is
gonna
the VMware,
name
this
it
is the
Canips VC01.
which is
Canips
hosting
my
the
domain name, where
And,
VC stands for
private.
vCenter01.
just between VMs.
And next.
So this is
we
just
start
between
automatic.
these
We start
VMs.
installing the server. Takes about 10 to 15 minutes.
So again,
Probably maybe
external
a bit
will
more
go to
in some other machines. So I
physical
am building my first server,
network.
which will be my
internal
vCenter,
will
but to
go
start
to
with will be a vSphere client.
host.
Now at the same time, I'll start building my
and
ESXi
between
host.
each other.
Now ESXi host, in order
And
to install my ESXi
private will
host
go
in
to
user workstation,
go
we
between
would
each other.
create a
The
new
communication will be
VM.
just between.
I need to
each other.
provide the ISO for VMware workstation. So that ISO should be sitting
So-
here. This is visor, hypervisor.
So external, physical,
ISO
or internet,
5.5,
internal,
version 1.
between
You can
VMs,
easily find that from,
And the host.
VMware website.
In our case, who's the
I'm
host?
gonna name it Canips ESX.
Server 2, private between
01.
just the
So
VMs.
this is my
Right.
first machine. First
So,
ESXi.
let's create one virtual switch. I am going for private now.
And here, just make sure it is
Private has, anyone has, when you select private, anyone has the network card enabled? Network card.
It is installing.
You can select the network card when you select private.
Load some files. After that, it's gonna.
When you click internal, are you able to select network card?
At the same time,
Why?
while my first machine is being installed, second
Host
is being
and
installed,
in
what
between.
I'm gonna do is
Private
I'm gonna
just in between the virtual
install
machines.
the
So
third
only external card, the network card connects. Why?
and
Why
that
the external
second
needs a network card?
host, I'm gonna name it Canips
Physical network
ESXi
and outside.
02.
So private, apply.
And
So sorry, let's just put there
doesn't matter if you uploaded it
private,
or one, I would prefer
and in notes
saved in one
between
that would be a friend.
VMs
Second,
only.
ESXi was being installed. This one is being installed as well. What I'll do is now
Apply.
I'm gonna create a third
Okay.
ESXi host.
It's
You
created,
might not
private.
need a third
It's created for
ESXi
everyone?
host based on
If I go to new switch now again,
your requirements.
so private is created and
I'm
it's
gonna
showing
use
like
the
this
third
here,
ESXi host 'cause I'm
right?
gonna create a cluster
New switch
later on.
now internal.
So
Create new virtual switch.
third ESXi host. Same
Name it internal. So
and next.
between
So first,
in the notes
being
between
built,
VMs
an
and
ESXi
host.
host is 3 ESXi hosts are being built. So
If you
here
have done that,
it's
it's
gonna
just an
load
apply.
file, and once it loads
So
file, it
we
will
are creating
stop.
3 types of switches here. Then we're gonna connect
worship,
them
and at
randomly,
that time I'm gonna
or
pause the
we're gonna
video
connect them with
and
the
I'm gonna
machines I have created three machines which are all shut down.
Right after once it starts asking me the
Yeah, new virtual switch here.
Yeah.
New virtual switch.
Okay, so
Click
it has
internal,
stopped
create
on
create
ESXi
virtual
host
switch.
1, on second, yes, it
Exactly.
is. On third one, it is starting
And apply.
services.
So,
it's
external,
gonna stop any moment.
New virtual switch.
So running
Create virtual
services.
switch.
Now it
External,
has
and the expedition
came to the screen.
external.
So we inserted
um,
the CD after
outside
CD,
network.
it loaded all of the files. Now it is ready to be installed. So it's
Now we have just one network card. Allow management operating system to share this network adapter. Yes, we can do that. Enable single root I/O virtualization, which is internally we can choose different network. It will choose different network card automatically if there are more than one network card to give a boost to the traffic going outside, right? So if we have more than one network card, we can use this, so it can use the combined power and boost the traffic through this. Or if the traffic is going once,
I'm using
so if there's a
password
network card
one
here,
for all of these hosts, just to keep a standard password. I would advise
there
to
is a
send
that
to all of you as well.
so there is a nick here.
Here, P capital, password 1.
Normally
But then
machines
we
have
don't forget
nicks
when we are
3 or
configuring
4 or
these
5.
machines.
So then if there is a
Remember
huge
that this
traffic
password
going
is being set for the
through this
root
from
account
all the
of
virtual
these
machines,
as ESXi host is a Linux
from this network card,
machine.
they are connected to this. Then we
So
can combine.
here
Then we
ESXi1,
can combine this
ESXi2,
network card through
ESXi3. Now they're going to be installing. It will take some
nick
time.
teaming,
So
and the traffic
during this time,
of the machines
I'm just gonna pause
can
the machine and then I'm
go
gonna start again once it comes to
here and here
next
automatically load balancing.
So now since it has
so
loaded
the
these
option
files,
we can use enable
it is
single
asking
root.
us to
So
start
we
the
can
install. So I'm gonna press
have the traffic
F11 again,
divided,
and second screen,
load balanced
11,
between the network cards
third
when they are
server,
available. Right?
still gathering additional system information, and it's asked for F11.
Yeah, still
Now,
the machine is
for
this is the host which is automatically doing this in the background. If the traffic is there, then enabling this option, it will automatically dynamically choose. If the load is more on one network card, it will choose the other network card to do that, to balance the load.
Okay, now
Okay,
ESX1 is at 90%, ESX2 86%.
how many network cards we have and how many switches we
We'll
have?
let them completely install. ESXi is
So
ESXi1 is ready.
what is the purpose
I'll
of
just
switch?
click
Now we'll see that
enter.
the purpose of switch when we randomly connect them one by one
Enter
to each machine.
and
Are you able to
third one
click apply and there is no error?
is not there. Enter and reboot.
No,
Now
no, warning. This is a
ESXi
warning.
host will restart
So you press
and,
yes.
while they are being
Okay.
restarted, we'll look at
Okay or not okay.
2008
Okay.
server. 2008 server is ready. All we need to do is
No.
are some standard procedures.
This is
which
for
number one,
if we have more than
to read
more
it
network cards.
properly, change
You got an
the
error?
name,
For the same steps I did.
here, and change
Everyone got an
it
error?
to the proper
You did
name.
not.
So what I do is
You didn't get it. And it's created like this. Apply.
it is
Okay,
changed.
cool.
I would like to join it
you
to
clicked
the
apply?
name as well, but I can't
And
for now because it
yeah.
it has to have an IP address. For now, I'll just keep it as is. So I'll leave these screens here. I'll go and set up the IP address so that I can join and then restart.
On
So here,
oh,
I'll
anybody
press-
press no
I'll-
on the pending? Everyone has to
I'll
press
press
yes.
IPv6 for the
So can you try again with this
what-
creation of new virtual switch?
Using
You know how
the
to?
IP address
Remember?
on the same screen, since my DC is
Yeah.
100.0,
So I'll simply click and delete.
and point it,
Click,
point it
remove.
to
I'll click remove for the switch which I created for the external only,
to-
and I'll create another one.
to my DC, which is 100.10. Always make sure.
Okay, now I don't have an external switch. Press OK. I'll go again to virtual switch manager
My DC, which is
and go to
100.10,
new virtual switch
and the DC
again,
should be for
and
sure.
external is selected. Now everyone is doing that, right?
I can go back to my computer settings.
Create virtual switch.
Okay.
external, I'll just put the name external, and outside network, I'll give the notes as outside network.
I would have been but for now it's all grayed out.
There's nothing else for now.
And then join it and then restart one more time. Now while this is restarting, we can
Okay, please sign in forward. Or boot up. Okay.
Restarted for the first time. It is starting service.
There's a stamp pad and
ESXi1 is restarted.
what's the error?
From DHCP. It has also taken IPv6 IP address. Now we need to do few changes on this. First one being
internal error.
the same
It says exactly. You guys whatever.
So we'll do all
It works. Second time. Okay, guys, third time. This is what Hyper-V is. It's unstable. So now, before I did not get it. I hope now it doesn't give me. If it gives, because this happened a lot that we had to repeat same step. Oh, now it's giving me internal error. Before it did not give me. What does it tell you?
It restarts as soon as it restarts.
That's why VMware market is still top.
Guys, in the next
I'll
video,
simply
show you how to configure ESXi.
click apply again. Yes.
Line to ESXi host. Thank you for watching this video. And I'll see you in the next video.
Okay. Error applying virtual switch properties changes. Internal error occurred. So I'll cancel out and virtual machine. And external was not created. I'll try to create a third time. I hope it works now. External and blah blah blah, and for notes and apply. Yes,
and manage series.
Apply.
In this video, I'm gonna show you.
All right, it works.
We're gonna do.
That's how unstable it is.
We're gonna verify ESXi host.
Yeah. So cancel out from there. Cancel out from there.
On ESXi host, then we'll be installing vSphere.
So cancel out and then try.
Client
Fourth.
5.5, and we'll be connecting from vSphere client to ESXi host. So let's continue.
Maybe you already you did not delete the previous one, or maybe it's showing.
The video we have already installed this.
So when I go to virtual machine, these three switches should be available now. External, internal, private. Three are okay. Good. Oh, yeah. Everyone check please if you have three virtual switches showing now, right?
Make sure that do not log.
Okay. If I cancel out from here, now let's. Did you create? How many virtual machines you have right now?
Instead, you should.
Okay, so if you have copied your ISO inside the C drive of your host, create 3 more.
/administrator account.
Or go for that. Install it. We don't want. We're not gonna install machine here because we're gonna just connect things and check the features only. Inside the machine, there's nothing to.
So as soon as it starts. It shows me that the IP address of this server.
Do it again.
Under .10. It is properly joined to a domain.
So I will show you for one last lab we have operating system. We need that. But if you can copy the ISO inside the C, so that's why I was saying that start copying. So while we're doing other labs, so later I will just show you.
161, which won't be accessible from this machine or the DC.
So that's okay. Let's. I'll create a 5th machine here. New virtual machine. Next.
How do we do that?
He tried 4 times. 3.
You would see it says
2 times myself. You how many times? First.
In order to configure.
Oh, at all. Okay.
Click inside. And
Where?
press F2. It asks us for root password. We use password 1, the capital password
Okay.
1.
Oh, you're getting an error.
As soon as it is,
So
password
switch.
inserted.
Yeah, that's it.
In.
Yeah.
We need to do
So
is now configure
3 more.
password. No need to
Just
configure
select
password.
different switches for those. So you can switch select randomly each machine different switch.
To static.
Just create 3 more. Yep.
All we need to do is to change
Different
the
switch.
address to
Then
100.
we'll do a start of the machine, and then I'm going to show you that. Okay, so during the start you cannot change it. You have to shut down the machine and then change it. Switch. So 3 machines, 3 different switches. So which switch?
So we'll use just one gateway. Since we won't be going out of the subnet, gateway is not required, but gateway is requirement for ESX server. So make sure to use 1 or 2 for the gateway. Now the second important thing is DNS configuration. DNS IP address. I will still configure DNS IP address, and our DNS IP address is 100.10. The next configuration is host. We'll use a proper name for the host, Canips. Where am I getting this? Because we already named these hosts as this, so I'm going to use the same name within inside ESXi01, and this is my host name. I'm also going to use FQDN, fully qualified domain name, because later on we'll be registering or creating a host records within DNS. So make sure that you do host name and DNS setting, press enter. Soon as you press enter, now all you need to do is press escape. As soon as you do press escape, we'll ask you, very important, to restart the management network. If you don't restart the management network, these settings won't be saved. Soon as you press Y, which is yes, the network management is started. Now you can verify network connectivity to ping back the DC and the second server, the recenter server. Just ping them and see that if they are pinging. Now they might not ping address. Ping address is fine. They are pinging to it is pinging DC, and it is trying to ping the second server, which is second pair. Now the reason is that it is VMware Workstation, and VMware Workstation, it works on a virtual network. Now right under the screen here on this bar, it shows me the network bar. This network is set for NAT. I need to make sure that all my servers are set with the same NAT address. What about DC? DC has 2, one is NAT, the other one is bridge. So as long as it is NAT, my second machine should be NAT as well. This is NAT.
So
and this one.
if that doesn't work, then restart.
Now it is
If that also doesn't work, then restart your computer, your laptop. That doesn't work, get a new laptop. Now we need to create 3 virtual machines. Just apply OK.
Escape one more time.
Yeah. So I kept doing that.
This is how we're going to connect to this machine. Now before connecting, I'm going
3 times, 2 times. It's unstable. This thing is internal error. When we do it again, it works. So okay, close that Hyper-V manager and then open again, and then it should also not. The error should not come, or it will not work. So everyone has created 3 machines, and then yes, create 3 machines. But when it comes to switch, what do? Just give a different switch for each machine.
It can be 2
internal for one machine, external for one machine, and private for one machine.
I won't be going into another subnet out of this network. Here,
client 1 has all 3 switches. So one client can have only any one switch at one time.
And again, the host. Let's configure the host.
So 3 switches are created, and then if I want to change, so I'm on the client now. What do I do?
And then
Let's assign it to only one client and one at a time.
Last time we started the network.
Yeah. So first let's do this lab. 3 done. Okay. So 3 clients, 3 different switches. Then we will change. So
enter.
Private and internal you have to do. Yeah.
Generation 2 or 1?
All generation 2.
It connects. configure management network, IP address, change to static.
So everyone did that?
And
So team right is done,
third machine,
or
so I'm gonna
team right, left side. You're today leftist. Negative.
Okay.
So team left,
Settings,
are you?
.10,
No.
and
Last one. Okay. Done. All three. And Qasim? Cool.
Providing you have to
Team
do
left
not
has a
important at the moment,
also-
but since we're doing the configuration, I might do it. Press escape, restart management network. Once it is restarted, and
Yeah.
press
So when you go
now
to
here
come to
we
network or
have
switches,
to give you many
just
other
now you should have a
settings.
line
Later
of
on,
4 switches
now I
or
need
3
to make
switches, right?
sure 100.70,
So go for different switch.
100.60 and 100.50. So initial configuration is done now. We'll install a vSphere client on PC1. Now in order to install vSphere client, all I need to do is
All right.
the
So
vSphere CD, which is on my
yeah. Yeah.
on my host
So
drive.
we were going to revisit that
Folder called
because we need to change with clients. So
now
for
I can
the
insert
next 3
that
clients,
CD,
any
that's
all
what
3
we're
switches
doing it,
randomly.
but
4th
one
client,
way of doing it would
yeah,
be directly. So for now, if I just insert the CD on this machine,
I am the administrator.
but,
I should know that.
before even
So I will go. So I'm waiting for everyone. Then I'll show that.
We need to verify connectivity from
Oh.
PC to ESXi host by
All
connecting
right.
to this link.
Okay.
Always connector. The link
Tell
that
me.
is provided says we can also download. So the way I can do it, this is a server. Within server, it is important that I disable configure, i.e. enhanced security configuration card. Otherwise, it would ask me from this it would ask you to add all the
So
sites into
okay.
and that's an
Oh
extra.
man, today was not
So
action day.
here, I would go try to connect to the first ESXi host, which is 192.168.
230. So I have to run like 2.
And where am I getting
2 I'd
the
run.
address from this
Like
source? HTTP
it's recording.
192.168.50. This is how we verify the IP address.
Yeah.
Now make sure that you have the proper IP address.
Oh yeah.
So now the thing that I want to show you is
Yeah, no, not that active, but yeah.
HTTPS, it won't connect.
Guys, done?
HTTPS,
Okay, so it's recording, so majority is done.
So while this is trying to connect,
So every 2 is not done, but every 1 is done.
Oh, it is connected.
So okay, if we go to the setting, let's start the first client. We don't have an operating system, right? So if I start first, I will check the client settings, right click settings, and check which switch is there. Wow, which switch? So let's right click client 1 and click settings. If we go to settings, then we go to network adapter. Do you see any switch there? Because we deleted that, right?
I
Sorry.
would recommend doing the same thing for the third one as well.
Yeah. So in your case, it's showing external because so I deleted that. So that's why there's a configuration error.
And
Right click this machine, network adapter, and we're gonna select connect it to any network according to the settings it should have. In a production environment, I would know that okay, we have given this guy only the internal access, so I'll just go for internal. Or this guy needs internet, so I'll just go for external. So this is machine by machine. We are giving internal or external switches connecting to and then if there's a VLAN we have decided, we can decide that.
It shows you that vSphere client VMware.com.
We can have as many clients to one switch,
on these
hundreds of
machines.
clients to
Or
one switch.
the easier and it's
So we're
about
connecting this client.
standard.
Now
would
can you
download the
quickly
client.
connect all the clients to just
We can
external
do the
switch?
same thing right from
So
the
I'll go
CD.
client 2 settings.
Remember we inserted
Because they all need
the
internet.
CD
You've been given told that hey, nobody has internet. So I'm going to the second client, external switch. Does anyone get an error when you do that?
Is selected.
Now once this is done, yeah, all the clients connect them to external only. and tell me if you get an error in that. So client 3, I go right click settings,
but it also
any client you create after creation. Yep.
If that auto run screen doesn't pop up automatically, what we can do is we can go to computer and right click and open auto play and then run this setup. This is a complete vSphere vCenter client, vCenter installation.
Can you change the? Did you change any setting or next finish? That was
install. It's a quick install. You can get it from the CD, or it can be downloaded directly from VMware website by going through this link. Now this is
settings.
Client is free.
Okay. Network adapter external.
Just to save some time.
So I'm just showing you that all the machines, if you're told in the production environment, just change it, give them all internet. This is how we can do that. Just change all the machines. So can we even select all at the same time? Right click, settings. If I select all, if there are 100 machines, now you cannot go one by one, right? So can you do select all, settings? It will show you what you can do. So now I can change every machine to whatever I want. Internal, all 4 machines will apply. All 4 machines should be now to internal.
Now while
but
this is being
okay, it's going one by one still.
Again, once ESXi
okay, my bad. What?
We configure all IP addresses.
Okay, welcome to Microsoft.
We need to try to connect to these links directly from ESXi from VC.
No, I selected all. It still made me do one by one.
From DC as well. If you go to a DC and try connecting to the link here, it should be able to connect to these machines. So these are just HTTP links. But we'll be doing everything from VC, this server. So later on we'll be installing vCenter on this server as well. So, and this is where I'm doing it. So from the same CD you can install a complete vCenter, which we'll be doing in future videos. We'll be installing Update Manager and all these other tools as well.
Okay, so we can play with the switches here. Now we know that we can play with the hard disks as well. There is
Make sure that you have in all programs you have a VMware folder in which you have vCenter client, or you can also connect it from
You're saying
here. Now, as soon as you open the client, you need to go
VLAN.
by IP address.
So 2 machines. Okay, let's do that. We needed to check VLAN as well. So 2 machines on VLAN 1, 2 machines on VLAN 2. How to do that? So if I select both of those machines, although now we know that how Microsoft sees that, I select client 1 and 2, go to settings, and go to network adapter, and simply change enable virtual LAN identification. First 2 machines on VLAN 1. So I'm just going to change this setting for just first 2 machines. So VLAN enable virtual LAN identification, and then click 1. Apply and OK. Yeah, so it's still if it's saying 2 for the first 2 machines, change it to 1. And I'm just enabling virtual so for the second machine it's just making me do one by one. So they didn't spend much on Hyper-V. Yeah, next 2 machines I'm gonna go for VLAN 3 because it is all 2, right? So randomly just choose different number than the first 2 machines, right? So selecting both machines, settings, network adapter, it's already on internal, enable. I'm just going for virtual LAN 3 here for the third machine. When I click apply, it's going to and press OK. It's going to again show an interface where I have to go again to the network adapter, enable virtual LAN identification, and do the 3 again and apply again. So it's one by one, both machines. If you selected 100 machines, good luck. I mean, that's Microsoft did not give much money
This
to
will just
developers of Hyper-V.
verify all ESXi hosts are being
Go back to it. There should be lots of PowerShell commands for that, just to check this configuration. But okay, now is it on virtual LAN 3? So right click any of the, suppose there were 10 machines, randomly check 2 or 3. So settings, network adapter, yes, it's on VLAN 3 now with internal 3 and 4 only. So 1 and 2 I just put it on VLAN 1. Yeah. After clicking apply and pressing OK. Yep. I think we should do. Oh, if it's saying confusion error, you haven't assigned the switch to that machine. So assign a switch, internal or external. So I'm just going for the first machine. It is on VLAN 2. Okay, that's not good, guys. I put it on 1
next
actually.
video, we're going to explore some options here, and then we're going to install vCenter. Thank you for watching this
Yeah.
video. and
Now we are
see
doing
you in the
VLAN.
next video.
It should be on external.
Show it again, so 1 and 2.
So one by one I'm going now. One by one I'm going now. First machine VLAN 1. Second machine VLAN 1. Third machine VLAN 2. Fourth machine VLAN 2. So I'm just gonna go one by one. Machine 1, network adapter, VLAN 1. Whoa. I'm sure I saved it to 1 before.
Now in this video, I'm going to show you
By default.
we're going to explore ESXi.
Okay, let's see. You know, one more thing I noticed there. I changed first 2 machines, all 4 machines to external, right? We all did that. Can you go back again and check they are still on external? They are all?
And we'll be talking about
It changed to
VM
internal.
clones
You know,
and templates.
they are external, right? So I'll just do that for my machines. Yeah, you were saying?
Now within this environment, just a quick recap, I have a DC, I have a DC.
Yeah.
That is just a
So make it 4, VLAN 4. I just wanted to do the
server that is
so
just a 2000
those who are on VLAN 4 will not be able to communicate those who are on VLAN 2 or 3 or any other VLAN other than 4. So not able to communicate means what? You cannot access shared folders, cannot even ping, right? So first machine, second machine, instead of VLAN 1, go for VLAN 3. Just different, yeah. And then so yeah.
And then
So 1, 2, VM1, VM2,
number 2
VLAN 3.
this series. Now since we are connected to these ESXi hosts,
VM3, VM4. I just want to see if it's stable when we do all these
as soon as
tasks.
you connected to
Why not
ESXi
VLAN
hosts, you
one?
can go on to
VLAN
home,
4, VLAN
give
4.
you these 3 icons,
It's not taking VLAN 1.
which is inventory, role.
It should. It should take.
Inventory is the
So I want to see how it should be stable when we tell it to do something. External. I'm just changing all the ones to external as well again,
have
because I changed it to external and then it came back to internal for me.
it's a type 1.
So this class is to show that hey, never use Hyper-V. No, but actually we are using it in machine in our environment. One physical machine having 3 Hyper-V virtual machines and they're working fine. Because we have just one external switch. We are not changing. Once we did the configuration, we don't change it, so it's going fine for us. So first virtual machine, I'll just go for VLAN 3 and apply.
It has a data
Second virtual machine,
data store is the main disk for this host.
VLAN 3.
Windows, we have C drive,
I'll
D
just
drive,
check randomly if
from
it changed
data
back.
store.
It better not.
You want to see
VLAN
data
3,
store,
apply.
you can browse this data
Third
store.
virtual
It
machine,
shows you
VLAN 4,
inside. You can click
network
on
adapter.
folder,
It's they're all external. VLAN 4 apply.
For now there is nothing. We'll just close this data source. Here it also shows you some other configurations for this host, that this host model.
So I wrote it there.
So basically it is
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it stays there.
This in VMware environment. If this ESXi host would have been installed.
Okay. Now everything is external. First 2, 3 VLAN, and third and fourth is fourth VLAN. So if I randomly check now, please don't change from now. Otherwise, okay, we'll just talk to myself. External 3, yes, randomly. Number 4th machine should be on VLAN 4. Okay, okay, going good. So if we go it together, this is the most ridiculous thing we have discovered, that it still makes us go one by one. So yeah, they need to develop this. Anyway, so that it goes one by one client. I'm cancelling out. It will take me to other clients here. Cancel. I didn't change anything. I'm just selecting everything and cancelling out. It has to take us to all the clients. Anyway, so many virtual switches. Majority of the virtual machines normally in our environment are connected to external virtual switch. We haven't used, if we have a test environment, yes, we will use internal virtual switch, but we haven't had to do this switching of the switches. Wow. So we never did the switching. Then we will discover on production environment that, whoa, go for VMware. Okay, so then there are disks here. There are, if I create a new disk, if I go to the right click virtual machine settings and go to hard drive, this is the SCSI controller, this is the hard drive we have, this is the hard drive in SCSI controller we have. There is, we can attach 3 more hard disks to that, but a total of 3 more, but and we can give this location to that. So 0 is the first hard disk location. If now I want to add another hard disk, I have to at least change the location of this second hard disk, right? So when you are told in production environment, hey, just give this guy 2 more hard disks. What do you do? So I will go to this. So right click server 2, new virtual hard disk. Either this is the way. One way is that you go to the host directly and create new hard disk. And the other way, if I right click the client and go to settings, can I create another hard disk from here? Add hardware, right? So okay, we are told client 1 create 2 hard disks. Let's do that. Give 2 hard disks. Now how would it happen? I'm right clicking. Yes, SCSI controller. So settings, everyone there? We need to give 2 hard disks to client 1. Settings, SCSI controller is already selected, add hardware is already selected, right? So we're not adding a network card, we're not adding a fiber channel. SCSI controller is for the hard disk. Click add. Hard drive, we're not adding DVD-ROM. Everyone there? Hard drive, click add. So now the hard drive, we need to give virtual hard disk. Is it a new one or is it already available? So new. Here I'll just click new, and we still need to make sure about the location. So new, it will start creating a new hard disk. It's just a hard disk wizard. It's not a, we should give 1, but we'll come back here because it's going to populate this and then we'll go back to that screen. Are you on this screen before you begin? So cancel out. If you go to the hard disk, there's new. Everyone on this screen? New. Next. Okay. Dynamically expanding hard disk, fixed hard disk, or differencing hard disk. 3 types of hard disks are there. Dynamically expanding and fixed. Easy, right? What is that? What is the difference between fixed and dynamically extended? So thin provisioning, thick provisioning, that is called also. dynamically exactly what we are using till now. Whatever you install, it will occupy that space. Differencing. This type of disk is associated in a parent-child relationship. So differencing disk is only if you have a C drive, you have already installed something, all the operating system and applications. Now you want anything else to be installed on the separate drive. Any changes you make, if they need to be saved, they should be saved on a separate drive. Whatever happens after the installation of differencing disk, whatever additional thing happens should be saved to the differencing or the extra disk. It should not touch my C drive ever again. So differencing disk is, the purpose of differencing disk, save the free disk space of C drive. So whatever, now you install Adobe Acrobat, then you install accounting application. If you have installed differencing disk, everything else you install should automatically go to the next disk, saving your C drive free disk space. So what is differencing disk? It's going to save the C drive free disk space, and whatever changes you make will always from now on happen on the differencing disk. We're going to create that, but the purpose should be clear that whatever differences are there should be in the differencing disk. So differences are whatever in C drive operating system and applications are installed. Whatever different now you do, other than that, whatever extra software you install should be saved now. From now on, whenever you deploy differencing, it should be saved there after deploying. Exactly. Yeah. Any changes or differences should be deployed to the differencing disk. So I'll go to dynamic disk expanding next. Okay. You know what? We can leave it like that, but it's client 01 hard disk. If we leave it like that, later if we had to move this, so your boss says move that client 1 second disk to move it and give it to client 2, because client 1 second disk has some important software that client 2 also needs. Now if you leave it that like this naming, you won't be able to trace it easily. I mean, like, you have to go to this machine, then you have to go to the path, and you, so right now I will just change only the name here, client 1, client 01, oops, disk 2, because client 01 dot vhdx is already there in this path. There's a disk automatically created with this name. So client 01 disk 2. Next, create a new blank virtual disk, copy the contents of the specified physical disk. Wow. No, we don't want to copy anything. We want to have to create a new virtual disk, or copy the contents of the specified virtual disk. Wow. So can you tell me the reason? Copy or what's the purpose of this? Copy the contents of the specified physical disk. You specify disk and everything will be copied to this. Very cool.
Now we can see that.
Everyone else is on this window?
Rescan or refresh. Sometime with
Okay.
refresh now. And
Did you select something different?
You can do rescan.
Can you go back and then start again?
They're asking
Yeah.
which file system, so we'll go with the latest one, VMFS5, which is the latest one.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we're reaching this window now.
And next.
Next
Name the storage.
or not?
Yeah, I can name
If you
it,
go next, finish.
Let's say the storage is for ISOs on the server.
Now this is populated.
Maximum available.
Is this populated for everyone? Virtual hard disk? Wow. Is this waterproof?
I can break this down into smaller logic
Waterproof?
cards as well.
Cool.
Just
Okay.
it is 2 GB. It is better. Where can you confirm
Yeah,
it?
did you select this when you start?
Here. Or
Oh,
you
okay.
can also go back to summary and
Yeah.
go up. It also shows you the second.
You did it that before. Okay, we're gonna do this. In fact, let's not change the location
I would have
and click apply.
add the disk to
And it took the location 0 in use. It should not. Let's create another hard disk.
Now,
Oh, I have only one hard disk here right now.
You can see one network
You know what?
card
It replaced it with
here.
the
Now,
previous
this-
one.
The one network card goes down.
Okay, let's
Take
add
down
another,
the
add hardware. We are still on this screen?
switch
Can be
there,
zero or no?
because
Can be
the
zero.
VMs that will be
Yeah.
creating will be connected
In use.
to this.
Yeah, that it's not
This switch
supposed
will
to.
be creating
SCSI
physical
drive.
network from physical
Yeah, SCSI
network
controller.
will be connected
Okay, let's
to
add quickly another one. 2 hard disks. We were told to do that by the boss. Let's just go for add hardware, SCSI controller, click add. I'm adding another hard disk now. Yep.
And here it only shows
No,
one network
we'll keep it.
card. Now again,
Add.
the network card needs to be added to this host.
Hard drive,
Back to the
add,
host,
same
go to
procedure.
Properties,
New,
go to
next, dynamic.
add,
Um,
so it has the first net. We'll leave the network as NAT.
Client 01,
Okay.
disk 3.
Once it is
Next.
all done,
Next,
need to do is
finish.
Go back to this machine. It takes
Okay.
few minutes here, and then we go back to this machine.
Yeah, it's adding the hard disk.
Where
Okay, so there's
we need to
SCSI,
go to
hard drive
and
client 1.vhdx. There's a SCSI controller, hard drive 2.d, disk 2, and there are 3. There's 3. Client 1, disk 3. But they are all using. Okay, let's apply and carry on. It should be.
the properties here.
Press OK.
Go to network adapters. Add
Now, if
adapter.
I go to
This
settings
adapter
again,
is not yet
we
available.
have
Now, sometimes
all
it is
3
not
hard
yet
disks
available
here.
right away. In network adapter, what we need to do is
Okay, guys. So, who has copied the
confirm that
ISO
the network card adapter was added and
in the C drive? Because although we don't have time now, but I'll just start this installation and we will carry on with the next
now I'm
steps.
logged into this host by F2
So,
and see within the configuration.
so anyone has copied in the C drive?
the second network card is added.
So if we start this machine now,
Go here
connect.
and
It starts like this, and media. If I check the media,
it's not
Oh.
showing me the second network card. Most probably this host needs a restart because we added a hardware. It needs a restart. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cancel out.
SCSI controller actually can have
Cancel out from
lots
here,
of hard disks,
and then
and SCSI controller is just used for
here,
server side,
I need to
and it can have
do F12.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50 hard disks. Unlike our HDD hard disks, other hard disks, which can be only 4 in one computer. SCSI can be, you get a SCSI controller card in the server, and then you can have lots of hard disks inside there. It could be 10 according to the capacity of the server. Locally 16 hard disks or 20 hard disks, depends on the server as well.
Start in progress.
Yeah, I don't have here system ready. So we were able to add all these hard disks. Now let me just add one more hard disk from here, server 2. So we directly added to the client how many? 2 hard disks. Now I'm going to the host
Verify
and we're going to attach a hard disk to the client as well.
added.
So first we directly added the hard disk. Now I'm trying to attach from outside to that same client, right?
So
If I go to host and create a new hard disk now,
it is restarted
new
now. Let's go back to
hard disk.
it was restarted.
So this is an external hard disk I'm trying to attach to the same client which has already 2 hard disks. But I'm creating from a host directly a new hard disk, new, right click server 2, new hard disk, and then next.
Connected now.
Now it's asking for VHDX or VHD. So what different for us?
Second network card. We can
So VHDX is 2008 and VHD is 2012.
So first one is connected to switch.
You fell into the trap.
Nowhere.
No, okay.
Added.
VHDX is 2012, VHD is
Why am I adding it?
2008.
Adding it.
Whoever said yes, I was just looking for that. So yeah, whenever I'm looking, just don't give me any answer if you're not sure.
Second network card should
Oh, why did I say that?
be a two network card.
Now I cannot enjoy. VHDX, okay, dynamically or fixed. Yeah, let's go dynamic.
This would take over.
Next,
So
now it's, I mean, attached to no other operating system, right? So it's an independent hard disk. I'll just put it independent, create it in this path. So I'll just copy this path already, because later I'll have to grab this. So I'm just putting on notepad there where I'm putting the hard disk path. This is the path, this below path. I put the name independent.vhdx. Below the path I will have to browse to this path, although when I'm attaching a hard disk it should give me that path already. So
welcome to
independent.vhdx in C drive. Next, same, the rest is the same. The only thing I did was put independent and copy this path. If I need it to attach it later to that operating system, I need to go to that path, right? So independent.vhdx. Next, if I want to copy from anywhere, no, I don't want to copy from anywhere. Next, finito.
vCenter applies 5.5. So let's get jump.
So I have independently created a hard disk. I want to attach this to this client 01. So how do I do that? Right click the client. Yeah, I started it, and I was thinking that I connected that with the, since we don't have a WDS, so Pixie just kept on searching and then said, okay, I give up. And no DVD present here for media if I want to, so I'll later connect it to the operating system. So tonight, guys, install one successful Windows 8 inside this, or 7, but client, not the server. Or you can have server as well. Good luck with memory. Same method. Tonight, tomorrow we need to do some small things.
Directly to ESXi host.
No, so you have to attach, when you're creating a new virtual machine, you have to mount the ISO. So everyone, ISO mounting will only work if you have copied the ISO inside the host.
This is my ESXi host.
It's still not working?
Me one machine, and we have been through these.
So you copied it and then you mounted it to this machine, because I did not mount it to that machine.
Create one VM. I can go into VM. I can right click.
Okay, right click, settings.
Or I can
there should be
VM. You have many ways to create a
hey, there's no DVD.
VM inside.
Yeah, this one. Mount.
ESXi host. We'll go with typical install.
So and see, one, it is not using 0, it is using 1 DVD. If I go to hard drive, it's using 0. But when we create new hard drives, they're all using SCSI 0 control, 0 location. Okay, if you want to mount, okay, this is mounted. So please, today, if I start and it is mounted, it should just start installing, right? Okay. Okay, did you see that? When you start, it's going to say if you want to boot from DVD, press enter now, press any key. So if you don't press any key, it's not going to install. So if you press any key, then it's going to go to DVD, and then, so let me just start again, cancel. So please everyone see that client 3, when I start, for 3 seconds this message will come. If it is mounted, press any key to boot. I'm not pressing any key, maybe it automatically boots. No, if I don't press any key, it's not going to boot from DVD, it's not going to install your operating system. Simple, right? So if I reset now or turn off,
and next done,
shut down.
Now I'm going to create a second VM. Just to have another
says I'm
VM
not going to shut down. Do whatever you want.
Install,
reset. Please
VM
accept my reset command, please.
0
Thank you. Press any key now. Okay,
0
installation is on now
and next same
for Windows 8. Oh yeah, I have Windows 8 and I mounted that. Yes, so installation is on for 2 machines now. So you have to press any key after mounting the.
But
you try that?
The third VM later on. So 2 VMs on this, and both VMs are setting.
You right click the machine,
so
settings,
let's have it
and DVD.
for now as is. Now let's install
Boot failed.
vCenter
Did you
inside.
were you able to press any key at the start of the
In order to have a Windows-based vCenter, what we need to do is we need to first of all mount
Do you have this?
the vCenter.
Does your settings look like this?
Into vCenter VM's properties. Within VM property.
You're not getting the DVD.
Within CD.
No, you're trying the client one.
VM
Okay, try client two settings, because on one what we did was we added 2 hard disks. Client 2, try basically DVD is there. So let's try client 2. It should have DVD.
Make sure, keep an eye on this. This
On
should
2?
be green and it's not grayed out. Otherwise, CD will not be
Okay.
I've got a DVD drive. The path is showing correct, but
No, don't add because I have. Okay, the only difference between my clients and your clients is I copied the ISO and then created the client with ISO, and the hard disk was created perfectly.
The autoplay automatically comes. If it doesn't, we
So
can go to
I
the
did this.
computer
I
and
have
right
copy
here,
pasted the
double-click on it.
ISO inside the
Soon as you double
C
click,
drive of my
it
host,
will show
which
you
is server
the
2.
screen.
So
This
right
is
click,
a vCenter CD
new
icon.
virtual machine.
We can do
So
vCenter
if I go through all that,
we can only install if you want
client
to
0,
or we can install
6.
all these tools as well.
next, generation
if you have a
2,
license, then it
next,
gives you everything
dynamic,
according to what license you
next,
have. If you don't, this is
uh,
a 60-day evaluation
okay, external,
version. It can be easily
next,
downloaded from
here, create a virtual disk, okay, next,
now VMware vCenter
install operating system from a bootable image file, browse. Now my C drive, server 2 C drive already has the client, so next, and finish. I think you all have created the later option, right? So now client 6, right click, settings, okay, cool. So DVD is here.
Components that works with vCenter individually.
So recreate the client with the, sorry,
And just click
I'll try to do it now.
Now, first of all, it says
So by evening you should, so in next class in Amber, in the background I'll be rendering it.
4 GB.
Although it's gonna make my computer slow, but
Whereas if I go to this VM,
before tomorrow means, you know, by very late night, like before 4 o'clock in the morning.
For that, we need to restart.
No, I'm just kidding. Before tomorrow means, what is tomorrow? What is 10 p.m. is, what is deadline for me, which is known as tomorrow. Before tomorrow.
I have to restart this machine.
Before the tomorrow class.
Complete machine.
Okay.
So
2 hours before class.
restart it.
Thank you.
how do you add a DVD drive?
Okay, now machine.
Yeah, you're right. If you haven't selected that, install operating system later, then add hardware. You can go there
Gonna go again.
and then select DVD.
Go to
SCSI
my
and then
computer, go to the same CD.
yeah, better that.
Setup
Better that way.
and start a simple.
No, but
install.
did you create a new client or did you add from hardware?
More than 4 gigs of net RAM
Yeah.
added to this. Now while this is it is doing, since it is a
Yeah.
simple install, what
Start
it does
and
is it
then
has to
you have to
install
press
all
any
these
key
4 components.
to grab the DVD. So yes, it's better to recreate the client if you have copied the ISO inside the
will
C
take
drive.
some time.
Did you create the
So
ISO? Okay.
we'll be seeing this installation.
Yeah.
So it
Then
will ask you few questions.
restart
in the
and grab
beginning.
again.
The single
Good luck.
sign on. First of all, it's a single.
No, reset.
sign-on.
Okay, reset is
That
this.
was first time
Here.
introduced in.
If you connect the virtual machine, this is the reset button.
5.1, and now it is upgraded to 5.5. Single
Any key.
sign-on was not
Then
part of vSphere 5
Yeah, you were saying?
for the previous version. Now here at this point, it is very important that we should remember.
Not enough memory?
that this password.
Okay,
is
how many
different
machines did you start
from
till now?
Windows administrator.
So there's one machine started already.
Remember this password.
So shut down one
Now
machine.
this password requires that you
Try
have
to
one number,
start
one
with just one
special
machine.
character, and this is different from your Windows administrator password. You must
Yep.
remember this.
Well,
password.
it's for tomorrow. Before tomorrow, please install a Windows 8.
vSphere.local. It
So
does not
did you
follow
create a new machine? Do you have an ISO
Canips.com
copy?
domain that I
You
have
have an ISO
in
copy?
Active
So
Directory.
did you create any one machine with that
This
ISO?
password, if you lose this password, you might need to reinstall everything. So this is an encrypted password. It is single sign-on service. So this password is for
It's not in our
single
DVD.
sign-on service.
No, did you?